we're all here for the same thing. Jiggle physics. And to really figure out how far they're going to go with the whole, like, you're my family thing. Because are we gonna get an Andy and Lele reference out of this game? I have to know. I don't think they'd ever do that. If they did that, I think it would have been plastered everywhere. But I do recall, generally speaking, people talked about when 1.0 thing came out, even as they talked about it being a good arc. I recall there being a lot of like, oh my god, it's like Rover's got like a daughter or a family or something. So I'm like, really? Really? Because like I just don't expect that from an anime game. For one, that would I would be impressed if they did that, because like, let's be honest, as much as we fuck around with this, fucking Rover's 10,000 years old probably. 10,000 years old and she hasn't got laid once? Nah, dog. Nah, dog. You telling me she dresses like this and she hasn't been laid once? I would be shocked. I would be shocked. Well, I mean, I guess she could be, like, not human. I guess you could argue that, like, this form she has isn't even that. But I don't think they're going to bring out that. I think they're not going to bring out, like, a series of excuses to explain why Rover has not got laid. Rover's a devout Catholic. Like, no, I won't do it before marriage, and unfortunately the institution of the Catholic Church has to be destroyed in the various laments, and therefore she can never get laid. I remember how, like, for example, you know how you might think that it's like I'm just kidding around, that like that anime would never do this. I've talked about it before, but there has been multiple moments in history for gacha games and anime where a mild suggestion that even the possibility that a female character had sexual relations with someone who wasn't the MC. Now, keep in mind, that character needed to be someone who was like either previously implied to be related to, or was being shipped close with the main character. They were implied to ever have a male relationship outside of the MC or outside of the main cast. Then they would get the studio would get fucking letter bombs. They would get so upset. Girls Frontline recently, there's the Chinese, I think the Chinese rifle, very early on in release for Girls Frontline 2. She had like a little part where she just mildly suggests, I think, I don't know the specifics, but I know that there was a suggestion that a male character, let me give you saying, there was a suggestion that a male character looked after her at one point. Like she had like someone who looked after her who was a male bounty hunter or something, and they went back and changed it because a lot of people got so upset with the possibility, they didn't even say that anything happened, just the possibility that their waifu got close to another man. Now, I actually understand where they're coming from in a direction, but it is still very cringe, really, when you look at it in like isolation. Because to them, it's like, no, you've made my wife like this. And to be honestly fair to them to a degree, all throughout their game of Girls Frontline 1 with the girl, like, you know, they all obviously, every single girl has their own little arc of romance, basically implying that somehow the commander of Girls Frontline had, you know, 20 billion hours in one single day, enough to constantly be flirting with every single doll under his command. You know, it really doesn't make much sense when you think about it, unless he's multiple timelines mixed in together. But yeah, people kind of, they really get serious about that. And I get it, like, to a degree, I get it. I feel like I wouldn't mind a character just talking to males, but like, that's what they do. People get upset. They're just so fucking terrified of it that they legitimately, like, lose their minds. Like, in my opinion, I think it's one of the most dangerous and negative things that can come about to a gacha game, although it is very easily controlled. For example, just make sure you never have, like, your male characters seem like they're threats. Girls Frontline 1 had a lot of male characters, unlike a lot of other gacha games. Like, if we look at Wuthering Waves, male characters, especially male characters that could be perceived as a romantic threat, fucking where? But, But with Girls Frontline 1, they had lots of male characters. What I often had is they were often like just not dealing with the romantic side of things, or we felt bad for them. There's a famous male character in Girls Frontline 1 who is a German Stasi secret service, or well, it's not secret service, I believe, but a Stasi secret police agent who at one point asks out while on a drive with one of the dolls. He asks her out on a date. And I really felt bad for the man. I felt so bad for the man. Because obviously she turns him down. And it's like a really harsh shutdown. Well, not a mean shutdown, but a very much like, I would never consider this. Please just focus on the road. And part of me was like, you know, I know that I was like, there'd probably be people who would be upset that their character even attempted anything with their waifu. But I just felt bad for him. I just felt bad for him. The man just shot his shot at least. Like, you know, in a world where not many people are about to go and ask a doll out on a fucking date, bro just said, would you like to get some coffee? And I really felt bad for him because the man literally has no life outside of his work. His whole thing was, I'm a workaholic. My life is working. Man, fuck, I fucking, my boy K, he deserved better. He deserved better. I don't know, I'd support them bringing in a doll just for him. Because, man, bro, he needed, like, the commander was drowning in, like, fucking, you know, drowning over there. But this man dying of thirst, poor guy, he just needs some love. He needs someone to go home to after a long day of, changing political, beliefs and thoughts in the, GDR, at the behest of the Rosantius who have started to control his government. He was a very good I follow orders kind of guy. I don't think he literally believed in anything he was doing. I think he legitimately was just like, I've got a job, I'm following my job. I did feel bad for him because like they showed a lot of him and Jay and another lady were the main Secret Service spies in that game. There were some of the main GDR Stasi members that came into everything. Pardon me. But I feel like of the three that showed up, one of them was like a hapless boy failure, which was almost to the point of being a joke character. Jay, felt bad for him. And then there was there was the girl. I think she was Jay, the one who would always bully Jay, the girl. But she got focused on much later on more than anyone. But poor old K. I don't know if I missed something, but yeah, his I won't say anything, but like some important events for him were like completely done off camera, and everyone just kind of like moved on. And I'm like, yeah, I know this is realistic for him, and it felt so bad, like an indictment of the whole German state security industry in that thing, because like the one guy who was ride or die, like just quietly would do his job every single time, wasn't like prepared to like just turn around and like go, I'm gonna follow my heart like Jay was, but was really focused on doing the job, doing the best he could, and just doing it, like not focused, like not politically active, but they just kind of used him and abused him, and no one gave a fuck at the end. And I'm just like sitting there going, damn, what a fucking indictment against who these motherfuckers. But I suppose in the end, at the end of Girls Frontline 1, I turned around and said, I fucking hate the entirety of almost every government force in this. I just particularly hate the Rosantius because I felt like they were just bastards. I never liked the Rosantius. I don't care if they have some solid logic. I just hated them. But anyway, now I've randomly been talking about fucking Girls Frontline instead of Wuthering Waves. So, Wuthering Waves! We're here to play some Wuthering Waves. Yes, I'm excited. I actually kind of pretty excited. I mean, I wouldn't say excited. I know they're gonna fuck it up somehow, but it is interesting to see if they can, you know, get the pink one to keep being attractive and cute, and then like to actually, because what they got to do now is they've made her cute, they've made her attractive, they've made me interested, but now they need to drive in the knife and like make me go, you know what? Hell yeah, I'm on board with either her story or whatever's going on with her. So we'll have to see. I mean, she's like the main resonator for fucking like well, not the Sentinel, but the robot, which essentially means she's the main super resonator of the arc, like the white-haired girl was before her, and the then fucking Carthia and stuff. So she's gonna come in and probably be throughout the whole thing. Although unlike Carthia I really didn't like how they really used Carthia up very quickly. I feel like her problems were solved too quickly. I'm really hoping that Pink Hair doesn't have her problem solved too quickly. I hope they have a little bit more of a story come about with Pink Hair. You think I'll like it? We'll see. We'll see. You know, I try to do two things here. One, I don't want to overhype myself for one thing, because obviously I'll just get disappointed if it's not even that good. But also, you know, I gotta try and avoid myself from being an endless downer for a lot of the narrative elements that'll come about with her, because all I could think about potentially would be, oh yeah, Wuthering Waves, let's just see them, like, fumble an interesting story like they did with Professor Mornay's quest, or let's see them just pull some random shit out of their ass constantly like they did with Galbrina's quest at the end of patch 2.0, the 2.7, I think that was. Or alternatively, just, like, you know, completely, like, lose their mind and add in lore that makes no fucking sense. Or at the very least, destroys a lot of, like, the tension and stuff like they did with Luno's quest, where it's just like, wow, what's that? Rover, you can turn back time and change reality? Wow! Why do we care about anything in this game anymore? But I've always been that. Same with series that show off, like, alternate realities, or that there's infinite parallel worlds to follow. I don't like that stuff. It makes me just kind of go, oh, so nothing really matters. I hate that nothing really matters tendency. There's a rare parallel world. This is a random fucking thing, to be honest. But it's a rare parallel worlds type narrative thing, like where it's like, oh my god, there's an alternate reality. I don't like infinite versions of that. Like, for example, the Marvel multiverse thing that they were playing around with. I don't know if they still play around with that. I don't watch Marvel, but I know they were. That shit, I fucking hate that shit. I hate it so much. It's so uninteresting. Oh, what's that? So literally everything's possible? Okay. So nothing matters. You're trying to tell me a story of one part of an infinite universe? Oh, okay. Alright. What you should do for that, and the only way I think parallel universe type things work, is core and side and, like, make it a limited amount. Like, for example, let's say there's like, oh, is it infinite multiverse? No, there's exactly 15. Why? No idea. There's 15. Any attempts or any variations beyond this don't exist. And every attempt to, like, find out why have never figured out why. Like, something like that. I like those things, because then you can go, okay, now I've got my multiverse, I've got my characters and their various circumstances, but I've limited it. I don't have infinite fucking redos, and there's not a billion things. Like Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty I can never take seriously for the same kind of reason. It's like, oh, yeah, there's just infinite. Occasionally, like, in moments of a story before it kind of lost me, it could be interesting, but generally speaking, that's what it is. But then again, trying to take Rick and Morty seriously is silly. It's just like, you know, it's just Rick and Morty. But I don't really watch the Rick and Morty anymore anyway. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on randomly discussing with you alternate realities in fiction, or alternate reality tropes. Tune in next time, where I'm going to tell you how time travel really doesn't work out, because it's well, no. I can't say I hate time travel. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Although I do disagree with any kind of time travel stuff that just immediately obliterates all consequence. It's similar to the fate thing in this. It's why Luno's quest for me was really, really unenjoyable. Even though I really like Luno. The idea of a character defying fate and then not really getting any consequences. Like, I like I conceptually, breaking fate, sure. But the way they did it was awful. I think that they should have back then, like, made it so, okay, fate is this very, very difficult thing, and they should have spent the entirety going through that. Why is it broken now? And I didn't explain to do that. But anyway, well, let me finish with it. They should have spent the preceding quest building up Fate is real. They should not have made the rover, oh my god, rover, you're not attached to Fate, so you're like a special existence. If they wanted to do something special, maybe add in some stuff like, I don't know, you blaze in the Fate timeline or whatever, but you are part of it just like the rest of us. Because like, you need to have that threat. And then when they do it, rather than, here's a better one. Maybe at the end of Luno's quest, when she escapes her fate and she has no real big consequences outside of her friends being like, who the fuck are you? Because apparently she didn't give a damn about that, which I really hated. Right at the end of that, maybe instead, some weird thing that was in the fate thing, like some horrific like monster that like embodies fate as a concept, like latches onto the rover, leans in and says, there will be consequences, and then just like melts down, and you're just left with this kind of fear that like you think you can't just break fate for free, and like just like that kind of vibe of like there are going to be like, could you imagine how nice how fun it would be in terms of building up the threat to have the sword of Damocles like in the back of your mind as a player, hanging over the rover's every move, like something is going to be balanced here, and we don't know how, but fate is gonna have its pound of flesh. Like, you can't do this, and I like that idea. And then you could play around with the idea of maybe the rover, you know, how would the rover deal with this? Like, for example, like, because like, for example, if there's a death later on for a character, even if it was an NPC suffering from the fate blowback or whatever, how would the rover deal with the fact that their actions more or less directly resulted in someone else dying? Even if they saved Luno, their friend, they essentially doomed either someone else that they could have saved or wouldn't have died to a true death or something horrific. Like, you know, that kind of thing. I think there's something to be said there. But that's coming back into the bigger issue, which is Rover doesn't have a personality, and she is very uninteresting. Also by Hi there, Attic. Once again, complaining at length. You're halfway through the quest. It'd be nice if you could finish it in one go. I think we're going to try today. We're going to go for it. I think I'm not going to spend any more time just chatting her up, but I'm going to try and get through this in one go. And if I'm right near the ending, I might just stream a little bit longer to get to the end, because having two quests, having a quest done in 2 streams is pretty good, I think. All right. Let's go. Welcome aboard the Skyak. So why is it breaking down now? What? What? Oh. Yeah, there's like some fucking spooky monsters I gotta fight. Gotcha. I don't like these guys. They why are they so tough? Am I crazy for thinking that? I feel like they're like just a whip too tough than usual. They're not dying immediately. What is this? I'm playing on the campaign difficulty. You should make them all eat. Okay, no, I've said in the past that I'd rather die in some of these moments, but not against mooks. If I was gonna die, I think I'd rather have like the potential to die in like fights that you know, were more interesting, like the big old fights. All right, let's go. Let me in. I don't know why, I just had a thought about the flashback to the library in fucking Halo 1. Oh god, have you guys seen that the new Halo remake has like gone terribly and no one gives a fuck about it? I'm so glad, to be honest. I just don't. I honestly hate even... I hate that they added in new quests, new stories, and then like weirdly proceeded to change up characters. Like, I ain't wanting to be like an annoying person, but man, I'm not a big fan of their constant need to be like, yeah, let's like undermine the chief. Let's add in this annoying character. Like, why? Oh, look, wow, I got a basic supply chest. It's been years since I've read one of those. Okay, not years, but... Ooh, I like the look of those computer racks. What the fuck? What? The fuck is happening to your server racks, bros? What is this? Some fucking Zenless Zone Zero shit with all the cubes running around. Or NTE, I guess. Just kill this one guy and then I'll focus on the other one. I'm not gonna use my super ability, even though I probably should. Bonk, 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 bonk. Yeah. Alright, pink girl, I'll use it. Bonk. Oh my god. How is everyone else not seeing this? You know, I'm just gonna accept it, but it's like, look who's here. She's right. Look at her. She's actually very cute. Ah! I was distracted by the pink woman. I'm visiting an AI, yes. Yeah. Hello, pink. Look at it. Right. Bonk. Come back here. So I just gotta fight the damn evil computers. I like it. I like whenever I see her little chibi version on the screen. It is cute. Although I am confused about why she hasn't been like using the internet more if she can hack stuff. Is it perhaps like only recent? Wait, was it only recent? No, she's been like this for like 10 years, hasn't she? Am I supposed to shoot this? Oh, fuck. Bop, bop, bop. Oh my god, we're playing with Mega Blocks. Come back here. My god, she's a gamer. She's a gamer girl, the pink hair. She plays... But no, she plays fucking... What's a game that like constantly is played by fucking good women? Oh god. I said Farmville last time, but there are other ones. I know a lot of... Ah, fuck! Wait, do I just have... Bonk. I just have to shoot him. Bonk. Oh, what's that? You're gonna come for me? Get bonked on. Bonk. Bonk. I can just stand here. I am unstoppable. Bonk. This is where all the power from cities go. What? Okay, is anyone who's in my team watching this and being like, what is happening to the security system here? Like, for example, like the other guy is going, hey, what the fuck? Like, did anyone else see how this weird shit? Who's that pink lady that's sitting on things? Oh. Maybe I'm the crazy one. I liked it more when we were on the motorcycle, but like, think about these things are. This fucking space station is ridiculously well orientated. I like my diesel punk stations. I wanted to see more like rusty, horrible shit. Ow. 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 But I have to say that again. Oh yeah, now it's not gonna lynch. Well, okay. See, look, she's right over there. Look at the cute girl jumping up and down in the pink outfit. Okay, at least they're noticing. Ah! Oh my god, did I just reset that again? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I'm just a stupid idiot. I'm just stupid. I don't know how I did it. I was like, ah, yeah. Okay, don't touch the ground. Don't touch the ground. Oh, fuck me. That was actually... no! 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 I was legitimately almost fucking falling off again. Why am I so fucking stupid? Anyway. Don't worry. Let's continue on. The cute pink girl on the screen. Everyone else ignore her. You guys can't see her. Maybe that's actually how a thing is going, that like literally they can't see the screen with her jumping around on it and they just think that I'm staring into space for no reason, like I'm an insane person. Oh god, it's over. Alright, it's over, guys. Okay, let's leave. Quest finished! Hell yeah, quest over. Alright, so that was a little bit of an unexpectedly quick end, but, you know, I'll take it. I'm leaving. Man, this place is big. It's like a whole city in here. How the fuck did this fall out of the sky? I would have liked to see, like, who made this thing? Good lord. This is the kind of thing that would hit the planet and destroy it. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, this would hit the planet and it would, we would probably have like fucking 30, no, not, like, probably like 40 years of, like, endless darkness. Wait, I gotta hold down this. Fire the thing to do what? I can't remember. It was a communication device, right? Well, yeah, it's been stuck out here. Alright, so basically the lower decks are all fucked. Something's down here? Alright, go. I get to jump in something. Oh, I wanted to jump in a hole. Let me jump in the hole. Come on. I might be a pack-a-day sock, but actually I'm not. I haven't touched a cigarette in a very long time. And I would never have called myself... I've never smoked in my life outside of... Haven't I? I think that literally the only cigarette I've had, unless you count secondhand smoke, I guess, was fucking cigar. And I didn't like it. I was like, wow, this sucks. Yeah, I was like young. 10? Maybe 11? It was given to me by a naked man who was convinced that he was a veteran from Vietnam. I've told the story before, I won't go into it again. If you want to hear about it, maybe hang out. It might just appear. That's how I keep my viewers around. All 3 of you. Alright. Oh, there's a man. Oh my god, it's a zombie! Holy shit, it is a zombie! Wow. Girl, you're... Well, she doesn't really have any fighting material, so... But... Oh my god. There's a fucking... wild... He's got pile drivers on his arm? That's awesome. Damn, I like his design more, like all the stupid... Look at her little cute chibi form. She's so cute. There's so many chibis. Little fucking seal. Oh, damn. He's activating it. Like, I think his design is way more cooler than the usual monsters they had. That's actually way cooler. I'm gonna use his. I would have preferred him being a villain, by the way, rather than being a good guy. But now I can play with him. I'm guessing this is like the... Come here! Fuck you! Let's use these as special. What does it do? He's like the rare man, you know? Like, think about how many men we've seen since, like, the end of Chapter 1. There's basically been no men in this game. Like, in terms of rollable characters. Bonk. A lot of the, like, the bosses in this game have, especially the standard bosses, and I think this is for a lot of gacha like Zenless and Zero and stuff, the designs they have for the boss fights are, like, boring, but, like, this guy's just, like, kind of neat. I like him. In terms of, like, his design, he's, like, fucking dude who, like, was out too long in space using an EVA suit. That's cool. Keep stabbing him. Stab, 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 stab. Oh man, I fucking missed up there. What? Oh god. Come back here, spaceman. Danger, leave this place. No! I'm gonna stab you. So here's the big question is, you know... What? What? What's he doing? Okay. Reckoning of the Stars. The nameless explorer extends to the star, preparing for the task of reckoning of stars. Use the stars on the battlefield due to the upper platform. They use the grapple to pull down the shadow of the fallen space station to improv kill. So I got a grapple. Where's my grapple? Where's these platforms? Okay, so I just gotta go up. Up! Up! More up! There we go. Wait, no, I think I just killed him. Oh no, I didn't. I got him. Fuck you. Damn, I didn't get, I lost that on the thing to get him, like, fuck. But yeah, I think like, the kind of designs that gacha games tend to use as their villains, I mean, their main boss attacks and stuff, they kind of fall into this kind of generic monster thing, even if they go for a design too much. So I'm appreciative of like something like this that's kind of a little bit out of the usual, like a new thing. We should also enjoy the rarity of a male character in the game. He's probably going to be the last one we'll see for a very long time. Rollable, that is. There's just going to be random guys around, but rollable male character, you know, ain't gonna happen often. But, you know, to be fair, money. Oh no, he's dead! My poor explorer man. Oh my god, I can't believe he beat her up. You know, one day if they add some blood into this, that'll be fun. Not into this. Alright, I'll go check out the others. You know what would be awesome? Someone ripping off my arm. I was just thinking about it. Like, could you imagine going through, like, a part of the game where, like, maybe they'll set up some stuff to, like, replace, like, an arm or a leg or a hand or something with, like, some sort of robot equivalent. And then, like, you lose it in, like, a big climactic battle and it's an intense scene and you have to, like, put some horrifying metal thing onto it. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I figured it was Clement. Yeah, I figured that was the guy who was going. After he woke up from his sleep pod many years ago, he initiated a lockdown that sealed the entire wrecked sector, including himself. Oh, okay, so part of the sector was wrecked and everything else survived. Damn! Well, that would have sucked. Like, wow, I've made it, guys! I've escaped! I've escaped the thing! Oh my god, I've been in the pod for, like, hundreds of years, thousands of years. Oh my god, I finally made it! I'm gonna live! And then it's just like, oh, this is Chernobyl. It's fucking immediately gets like blasted with radiation, magic radiation shit. And he's like, fuck! Alright, okay, I'll do the last thing I can do. He knows where he's losing his mind, so he wanted to stop himself from and hurting. Oh, what a good boy. What a smart boy. He should do that just like every... Wait, what's wrong with her? Why is her heart like little bent there? The train station already been down for years, there was no one left there. Yeah, okay. So basically... Maybe you didn't know. I don't know. There was like there's a question about where all the people up there went. I can only assume there was like an evacuation because it just doesn't seem like it was a mess up there. I can only assume a reasonable evacuation happened after whatever damage took the thing. Then it crashed down, and then he woke up and like, oh my god, my friends are up there, and probably didn't even know he wasn't even in fucking space anymore. Okay, maybe he did, given. Yes, losing yourself in a dream where everyone else is still alive is its own kind of comfort. It's not like you can change reality. True, Pink. True. Are you gonna try and get into a heart rover to reveal all of her stuff? Oh my god, he recorded something. Let's have a look. It's a picture of him just jacking it. Just like, he's like, yeah, man, let my fat on. Oh, here we go. Oh, cool, we get to see the explosion. What happened? It was a fucking asteroid break? That's cool. Okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. Oh, this is when the Exostrider thing showed up. That's me! I knew it! I knew it! I fucking knew it! I knew it! I fucking knew it. I was the pilot. I was the robot. The robot is my heart. I'm actually a superpower. Like, come on, like, come on. I think, like, they really do a bad job with her past of personality, but it's so interesting, and yet simultaneously the most uninteresting shit possible. I'm at the point where it's like, hey, Rover, did you have any other, like, friends when you were, like, up in, like, the Godhood world or whatever the fuck? Did you have, like, some friends up there that, like, weren't boring? Can we watch what they're doing? That had to be, like legitimately. She just learned she fell from the sky in like as a god from like, or you know, she fell from, okay, she's already learned she's a god, so I guess that's not too much of a shock, but she just learned she fell from space, and her first response is, okay, like not even an overreaction, not even a tightening of the, like, if she even had the mildest of like emotional thoughts in her brain. For example, like, I'm not worthy. Perhaps if we'd had a thread of throughout this fucking game where it's just Rover being like, am I able to do this? Like, and then like she sees references to her past self and she's worried about whether she could live up to that. Like even something simple like that. But no, it's like, oh, I must have been falling from the sky because I was probably fighting like a demon or something up there. And then like, oh man, my aura farming machine failed. I'm falling. Something shit like that. Like she doesn't care. And I just hate that about her. I hate that. I hate it. Even other gacha games do this wrong as well. So don't get me wrong, I'm not sucking off their dick. But man, I want more complication and drama in my fucking main character, please. Anyway, when the favorite part of moments, ethics are probably pairs and golf, Soros like looks at. So basically, yeah. So that's the part where it spread. But those droplets in the sky, that was Red Green, so that might have been an image of the event long ago. What? So that might have been an image of an event long ago, not. Oh, so basically the her falling might have been like a not actually what happened in the thing. Oh, I didn't. Did I really fall from the sea? What's lay beyond it? She should say the droplets could act as some sort of gateway. She's remembering this as well because she's aware of it as well. Because she's aware of her past. Because like the thing would have fallen a very, very long time ago. In fact, the lament happened what, 10,000 years ago? So this does confirm she's older than that actually. Because if the lament that caused the etheric sea to start happened like 10,000 years ago, that then fucked up the planet and separated everything and then sent the space station to the surface, that means that they saw a recording of that from the past in the sky, meaning her falling to the planet happened a longer time ago. So she's at least 10,000 years old, chronologically at least. Knowing this fucking game, they might say like for 90% of it that she was like hanging out in like, I don't know, crawled sleep or some bullshit like that, so. Back then, could I have what? Fallen down from space? You're an alien. Alien god. Hey Pink, what's up? Aren't you going to comment on the fact that I was flying about something? Yeah, aren't you going to comment on the fact that I was like literally in there? I guess. Come on it, Pink. I was right there. I guess here. I guess like she is all about like not showing us how she feels about things. So perhaps seeing me falling from the sky in a weird fucking video from 10,000 years ago isn't a big deal to her. I mean, to be honest, if this was my ability, you know you could amazingly make an amazing pickup line about, did it hurt when you fell from heaven, Rover? Did it hurt falling from heaven into my lap? See, you can make the greatest fucking jokes here right now. Oh, Dr. Man is here. What's he doing? Okay, at least the doctor notices it. Yeah, he knows she's a god. Yeah, the academy team's fine. Because probably the upper echelons of the academy know that Rover is like fucking a 10,000-year-old god that's been helping humanity fight back for the last few, bits of time. And then, he's like, yeah, probably don't let the rank and file know that. We might get another cult on our hands. And goddamn, you saw how the last one worked out. Oh wait, you don't remember that. All I'm saying is, we're not doing that again. Remember what? It's an essence of competing factions. Anyone can handle this direction. I think it would be a better job if they... if they're just introducing that element now to come out later, that might be okay. But the idea was... Because the idea that the city and the academy itself is not so independent as it appears, because the various nation states have their own stakes in it, and they either want to push for research, or they want to do more experiment, or they want to hog certain things over their competitors, would be an interesting element. But I don't think they've really gone too deep into that. But generally speaking, hiding her past from everyone seems like a good idea. Could you imagine? Wouldn't... Of course, wow, who would have thought? But, it's not about her being the leader of the Black Shores. That's, a fucking secondary job for her. She's the leader of the Black Shores, sure. But, that's, one thing. Let's all not forget, she made God. The various gods, in fact. I mean, that's a bigger deal. Does he know that? Does he know that she... Yeah, because, you told him, because you were here, 20 years ago. That would be nice, yeah, be direct. You knew me in the past, but or you'd always just think I was a bloom bearer. The normal person. Oh my god, what if he says they were in love? What if they say they were in love? I just for the meme, I'd put it in there. Not the kind that lives in each other's pockets, but as Huling puts it. Okay, you still friends, just not good friends. We met by chance, and through another twist of fate, you entrusted me with a rather long-term set. What? What was it? God damn it, Luke. Just tell me this. Were we fucking? Were we fucking? That's all I need to know. Fine, but more vague than I'd like. I'd rather have you directly tell me. Did I go, on your birthday, did I send something? Or was it just a situation where it was a Facebook fucking message would come up where Rover was sending you a fucking message? Jesus Christ, you fucking even haven't touched Facebook forever. But, what was the kind of situation? Would I send you a DM and say, happy birthday? Well, it was a week ago, right? And then you'd be like, it was last month, but thanks. And that was it? Or was it be more of a, bro, Let's have a deep and meaningful conversation while we're getting really, really drunk at a party. Like, what's going on here? What level of relationship do we have? Sorry, it's the truth. We didn't spend much time together, but we got along instinctively. Star Touch is we have a competing interests. If this video leaks, it will be quite an opportunity. After your sudden exit years ago, people were lining up to unpack your history. Solaris' golden girl forever in mystery. Thanks for handling the cleanup, nerd. Well, no, she's not. Shut the fuck up, Luke. Shut the fuck up, Luke. You shut the fuck up. And you, Wuthering Waves, shut the fuck up as well. Because Rover is exactly the same in every single flashback I have seen. She wears the same clothes. She talks with the same stupid assurances. Her voice tone is exactly the fucking same. Her personality has not changed a goddamn bit. You can't pretend and say like, oh, you're such a different person, more calm and collected, where the person before was holding a deep burden. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I watched that shit. I played through chapter 1. I went through the Black Shore part where we revealed that you made where I apparently made like a murder machine thing that hurts people to predict the future of events, and then just conveniently didn't care about it, and then doesn't matter to change it up in whatsoever. Fuck, I just hated that so much. I hate it. Sorry. They touched on my hatred of the Rover's terrible personality. All right, let's get back to it. Never said I've stabilized her. Oh, she got a bit scared. Yeah, she got a bit scared. Oh, yeah, go watch her, Mr. Doctor. We'll wait here for the academy to reopen. Alright, I'm going off to have hot, steamy sex in the ice bucket here with Pink. Bye, Doctor. Dr. Vague poster. Captain Vague posting. Don't you do it!
あくまで個人的に感じたものだけど、強いて言えば昔より軽やかに見えるよ。
That's a mild thing to say, but I don't like... Yeah, because before she probably knew more about everything, but her personality has always been the same, so fucking boring! Could you imagine how much better it would be if we had seen, like, dark, brooding parts of her past, and that at this point in time, like, we had, like, this evidence that whenever she was in front of people, she was, like, always happy and light and, you know, optimistic, but alone? Maybe there's, like, could you imagine this? I know, I'm rewriting fucking Wuthering Waves as I go. Get used to it. Anyway, so imagine this. Fucking, along comes, like, the Rover has, like, flashbacks and stuff, and we see flashbacks of the Rover's past. Like, let's keep it as normal as we can for other stuff. Like, she's still, like, the happy-go-lucky. She meets Pavlova. She's all like, I love you. I'm so nice. You should do the best in your singing career. Blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing. She's the same fucking boring girl. But there's a handful of flashbacks where it's just her alone, just the Rover alone, where you don't see her with friends, you don't see her, like, saving the day or defeating a monster. You just see her alone in a room, and you just see, like, the kind of pressure, like, the kind of, like, heavy weight, like, sitting there, like, she hunches down, like, the door closes after she waves goodbye to some people. She just sits on her chair heavily. Her legs, like, splay out a little bit. She, like, hunches down and puts a hand to her forehead. And you just see the weight of time and pressure and, like the difficulty of what she has to go through. And just one. Just two, maybe. Just that. But instead, every other time she's spoken directly to us, like the past version has spoken directly to the front version, which happened in Black Shore, I believe. It basically just boils down to, look forward to the future. You know what's right. Follow your instincts and your heart, and you'll be live. It's like, fucking shut up, you stupid bitch. I hate you so much. You're so boring. Like, the point I'm trying to make is, not that, the point I'm trying to make with Rover is, it didn't take a lot to make her interesting. They just refused to do it. More helpful, happy. Shut the fuck up. There is, you can tell me that, but you never show me that. Because you're a fucking... Shut up. Shut up. Nah, it just means you don't realize how much of a shit... Well, yeah, because she doesn't know. But more importantly, I hate games because you know what's going to happen? My video will come out. I'll complain about the Rover's fucking personality. Some motherfucker's going to come to this scene right goddamn here. He's going to say to me, you idiot, right here, Dr. Holston says she's different from the past her. And I'm like, oh, wow. So basically all they needed to do was have the doctor stand there for 20 minutes and tell me how she really was instead of showing me. Let's just forget all of patch 1, 2, and most of 3. Like, let's just focus on what Doctor says now, because this is the first moment they realize they probably should have put in 3 more fucking seconds into the effort for the fucking main character's personality. Seriously, though. I hate that. I hate it. And I hope that I hope those motherfuckers don't think telling me that is going to be like a solution. Oh, wow, look how hurt she looks. She scraped her knee. Wah. Really? You know, it would be a little better if she was, like, laying down or something. I mean, or maybe she was covered in blood. What the fuck? I hear the voice of someone from long ago. What? You saying he fell from the stars? Yeah, what else did he say? He said your mother fat. So everybody gonna love live well. I don't give a fuck about that, but okay. Anyway, come on.
4人チームだったはずが2人になっちゃったわ。で、私は数に入らないかな。
Nah, you count. Because like, nah.
実は表現の観測基地で働いてたことがあるの。その時は別の道を使ってたけど。
Wait, we can't go into that. It'll probably stop working.
趣味のサークル活動が好きなタイプで。
I mean, I guess Abby doesn't count because Abby's like a little mutant rat. Little mutant rat. You're into void storms as a hobby? The fuck, Pink? Well, I guess it is a research institute. But like, yeah, nah, it's not a solo. It's 2 because you counted 0.5 and so does fucking Abby. Alright, so this was like the way you could get in this way, I guess. I don't want to, I'm gonna go this way. Okay, fine, I'm not going this way. Oh wait, I can bring it out of the motorcycle! Yay! Fuck you, running sucks! Da -da -da -da. Oh, up there. Meow! What's this? Oh my god, something that... So what happened here? Looks like an old camp. Ah, the one she mentioned like literally 30 seconds ago? Sure. What about it?
その一つよ。いくつかの拠点で働いてたの。でも、ここは運が悪かったみたい。この様子じゃ、ボイドストームに巻き込まれて全滅したんだわ。
Well, they didn't bring enough fucking protection. Idiots. Idiots.
だから、彼らと会えなかったのね。
So that's why I never saw them back at the academy. So these are probably people she like, cause you know, it's been 10 years. She probably paid attention to all like the people and she's like, oh, where did they go? Oh, fair enough. Well, you know, she's just watching from the sidelines.
入れ違いで会えないだけだと思っていたかったけど。
Yeah, they graduated life.
エイメス。
She turns around and smiles.
ボイドストームに飲み込まれた物質は次第に存在を失い、すべての人から忘れ去られてしまう。
Loses existence until it's forgotten entirely. Was that something that they mentioned before? I thought it just like ripped out the soul. So basically that's why there's no corpses?
もし
That's boring.
カセットが持ち帰られていれば少なくとも記録は残る。でもそれさえ消えてしまったら死そのものがなかったことに。
Is that kind of like how Luno's thing everyone forgets her, I guess? Well, then again, I'm fucking the rover, so that doesn't matter to me because I'm like an alien god, potentially alien god.
ドライブのコアを使って。
Or I came from the heavenly realms above. I'm an immortal from a cultivation world who has gone back down after destroying their meridians.
もう一度彼らに会いたいの。
I want to see them again. What? What do you mean? Are we gonna bring someone? Oh, actually, no. She can bring people back to life. I do have that ability. Are we gonna go through the fucking chaos world and be like, I want to bring them back to life and reverse their existences? Oh, wait, she's here? But I thought she...
エイメスは本当にすごいな。君がいなかったらグローモスに踏みつけられて大怪我するところだったぜ。
Okay, so they were there actually when she was alive?
俺は今も心臓がバクバクしてるのになんともなさそうだな。ラベル学部の適格者はみんなメンタル強いのか。
She's just like, I'm a bit of a pro. I can get in here and nothing makes me upset.
本当に感謝してるならストームの話をたくさんしてあげなよ。エイメスはそれに興味があって表現に来たんだから。
I like her
その
hat.
何年も書き終えていない論文さっさと出しなって。
Oh my god, he's gonna put his thesis out on the table. Whip it out. So these were her friends from when she was alive. Okay, that's fair. I guess they died here at a later point. So this is just like parts of their memories. Or some shit like that. Can I watch them die? That'd be actually kind of baller.
あなたはカセットが糸口になると考えていますか？
Do you think cassettes might be a breakthrough?
そうですね。今のところあれは記録する機能しかありません。ダビングですか？少し夢物語のように聞こえます。
So basically she's discussing the idea that I had actually earlier, right? Of like using the cassette tapes to like put the memories back into a body or something like that? Like as a copy of the person?
エクソスオームからヒントを得るのはどうだろう。ラハイロイでボイドストームに対抗できるものが
Only one
あると
power
すれば
against the
なんか
voice
関連
exists
しているはず。
when it comes to Exodo.
エクソストライダーは知っても切れない存在だからな。
論文でも美味しいシチューでもいいわ。私好き嫌いはないから。
Oh my gosh, she's talking to a man. I'm not comfortable with this. Like, can we like cut this part from the game? She's looking and smiling at a man that's not a man. I'm upset. I'm going to send a I'm going to go to the woods and begin sending letter bombs to various Gacha studios. That was a lie. Please do not ban me from Twitch.
ストームの話だけど、さっきの提案全部試してみる
As for the storm, I'll try all your ideas. The problem is we
一
don't
番の
understand the
問題
storm.
はやっぱりボイドストームに対する理解が少なすぎる点ね。特に
Especially in the depths of the high void matter concentration, no probes survive lives, so research
研究
stopped.
が進んでいないから。私
I could do it. I think those probes just aren't built like me. I'm built different. All of her friends are dead, except for herself, who's like a copy of a copy. No, not a copy of a copy. She's just copy. I personally believe that a copy of this level of fidelity wouldn't be considered like, you know, a fake or anything like that. Or like, you could consider it an AI maybe.
両親はストームに存在を飲み込まれて
When I was a child, my parents got lost to void storms, and after I even forgot they looked like.
私も二人の顔を忘れちゃったわ。
Oh, what a pleasant memory.
だから死んだとはいえ悪いことばかりじゃないの。
You know, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. If like your parents fucking die in a storm and you just don't remember their faces, that sucks. But this does prove one thing. No wincest, ladies and gentlemen, no wincest, because she said parents and we're not her parent. The rover didn't get lucky. This is not a situation where the rover is running into a child after 10,000 years. Well, probably like wasn't 10,000. Like her dalliance in the school did not result in the pink-haired girl. This is no wincest here. We can confirm this is totally safe. Unless it's like a guardianship thing. We'll have to see. That's our next chance. Hello. Hey there, Mick. We're looking at the pink girl and we're wondering how far the road... Because like...
デジタルゴーストになってからボイドマターの影響を受けなくなったし、
Even if the whole world forgets my friends and colleagues, I still get to remember every single one of them.
私だけはみんなのことを覚えてる。
Oh, Rover's just like that as well, because like Rover can be like, what's the fuck? Like someone got deleted from existence? Nah, I remember. I'm pretty cool like that.
エイメス、
What are you trying to do? You gonna try and get under her skin? Look, she's smiling. She's clearly happy.
無理に笑わなくてもいいよ。
No, she
疲れる
should.
でしょ。
She should. Smile all the time. It's...
まあ、
She kept smiling. Didn't win.
私は嬉しいの。本当に。これは自分自身で決めた生き方。あなたは真面目に考えすぎてるから表情が硬いのかな？
Ah. Well, the Rover's not exactly the most serious person in the universe. Every 10 minutes they're making... Well, to be fair, most of their comedy comes from... Well, most of their personality that even exists comes from Abby, the stupid little rat monster with fetal alcohol syndrome. So Rover remembers her. Well, Rover remembers her. Other people remember her. She wasn't defeated by... Like, she wasn't destroyed by the Void Storm stuff. But Rover remembers other people who have been, like, fucked up where their existence got pulled out. Yeah, Alf's one's power doesn't affect her. Well, yeah. Basically, it doesn't affect her because she's, like, a robot thing. So that's, well, like, that's how her brain works. She's like a weird robot AI... person thing, because you can still use resonant powers, so I wouldn't call her like a complete digital ghost. I feel like that's a... digital ghost implies like, oh, she's just like, a bit of a machine, but like, no, because she can still use resonant powers and stuff like that. I assume that there's some level of her soul is intact kind of logic here, or we could just go further and say that the weird connection to the Exostrider is so fucking high-tech beyond our understanding that it just, like, reaches a new level of weirdness. Yeah, but, basically, I've never liked... See, that's one thing I don't like. The Rover's immunity to things can be a little bit cringe. For example, let's throw out another idea. Rover here is pretty much immune to everyone being forgotten. Could you imagine a quest starting off where she just wakes up in, like the snow after, like, right at the start of the quest, like, maybe you were just walking along and you're about to enter a village, someone turns to you and their faces are, like, fucking weirdly sketched up in black, and then you, like, have a weird horror sequence, and you just wake up in a destroyed fucking village, not even the same city you were in. You get up, there's, like, something, like, some machine was attached to you that seemed to, like, bring you back to life, or some sort of medical thing, and you're like, what the fuck happened? And the rest of the quest is you figuring out what the hell went down because the void matter affected your brain, and, like, a girl who was, like, close to you or something just died and you can't remember her. That'd be kind of baller. That'd be kind of baller. I mean, you could argue that's what's happening here with Rover having no memories, but it's like, they really don't do that hard on it. It's very clear that half the people that know that Rover did, they're like, oh yeah, Rover, you went and forgot your memories, and that's fine. No one really cares, and it's not really a big pressing issue in the moment, you know? But, like, generally speaking, there's a lot more interesting. Weakness, I think that's something that I think Wuthering Wave devs really should know, and all gacha game and story writing devs should know. Flaws and weaknesses are good things. I know that it's hard to consider when you're looking at things from a wish fulfillment standpoint of like, oh my god, look how I'm aura farming type thing. Flaws and weaknesses allow us to write stories that can be more interesting and incorporate them. Rover is very uninteresting because Rover can beat everything by jumping through the air and grabbing onto some girl's hand. Like 90% of her problems can be solved by dramatically hand grabbing someone. But if Rover was weaker or had struggles, even mental struggles, we would find ourselves more interested. But Rover was affected by F1, and the robot guy, basically they're sucking out his soul. Oh, yeah, I guess that's true, yeah. Rover got a little bit of suck. I didn't think their memories were lost. Like, people didn't how do you measure they got forgotten or something, I guess? I suppose, like, that's only if you're exposed for a long time. So maybe if, like, the body was out there for a while. So, yeah, like, in terms of being, like, you know, physically harmed, there's that. I'm just talking about, like, the memory sucking thing. Something tells me, for example, if, like, say, fucking Nene went out into the void storm and got, like, her brain sucked out and, like, her body stayed out there, everyone else would forget about her for some reason. For the magic reasons, and then Rover would be like, what are you talking about? I remember Nene. Nene's that cute Garu with the really nice tits. And everyone would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no cute Garu with really nice tits. And then Rover like, no, you don't understand. She pulls out a picture of Garu with really nice tits, and they're like, fuck, I haven't seen that girl before. And that is some really nice tits. That's what I'm feeling, at least. But getting her soul sucked out is a separate thing, yeah. I'd say so. She's getting that deep suck, you know. That looks like she's not going to crack anytime soon. That's good. I was You wouldn't understand how happy this moment makes me. That's true. You've got pink hair. You look so happy. Hell yeah, we get to see the Gundam finally. I want to see the Gundam. I wish to see the Gundam. I want to see the Gundam. Does it have a laser sword? No, it had a normal sword. It wasn't a laser sword, because if it was a laser sword, it would have fallen through the earth. It just sits there like a giant fucking lance. Alright, we get to see the giant. Oh, come on, game. Don't fucking cut that shit. I'm talking to the girl and you're just like, fucking... I gotta stop fucking doing that shit. Oh my god, we're actually riding together. So, and flow again, everyone got to celebrate. Oh, she's telling her all about stuff. I don't like that music though. I don't like how they use the English voice music. She's hearing all these stories and she's so happy. She's like my guardian or whatever. Because like it's clear that we were some kind of family to her. It's just a question of how long we were together. She doesn't have to do that, you know. We know exactly she doesn't need to do that. She's a ghost. She could be riding on the front. She could be flying next to us. But you know what? I appreciate it. Oh, there it is! The giant robot! It is the Gundam! Okay, yep, that's Gundam. That's Gundam style. That's definitely Gundam style. Hey. Finish the game already, bum. This music fucking sucks. Yeah, it's not the best. I do like how they've done the visuals for Aemeath though. Like the visuals with her expressions are really nice. But I think yeah, this music doesn't do the best for me. It's a nice scene. They're just what are they just adding in? I don't want to watch the music. Don't tell me the music I have to look up. Fuck you. Mid. Well, you said it. I'm not a big fan of the music. It is what it is. From... No, I don't. I didn't actually like many of them. There was this girl called Galvura. She was really fucking awful. I hated her. Has this been a journey since your memories? Have you been happy? Well, how would she? You know, you wouldn't really know.
だったわ。
I don't like the losing of the memory thing sucks. Wait, what's that? I can't look at whatever. Wait, what am I doing? Let's just go this way. No. No. Ah! Fuck! Wait, where am I stuck? I gotta get up. There we go. Ah! Oh god! I hate places that look medieval at some places and have motorcycles. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but I think it's kind of how gacha games go because they want to have multiple variant culture stuff, so they just kind of go all over the top. So this is the science place.
ここだって。
Why the sigh? Why are we stopping here? What's up, Sadie Spaghetti? I mean, it's a nice plant that's in the middle of a snowland.
あの先に見える家は私が家族と暮らしてた場所。
Oh, that's where she lived with her mum and her dad, the ones that got eaten by the storm? Well, yeah, she's like, that sounds a bit sad for her.
ダメだわ。少し心の準備をさせて。まだちょっと。
That's fair. You know, you're about to see, like, where your dead parents are. Oh my god, what's happening? Oh yeah, that evil robot.
やっぱりあれが現れると周波数が急速に失われ
It wants to suck me.
ボイドワームと同じ名式に由来するってエイメスは言ってた。周波数は確かに似てる。
But my gut says it's different.
それほど単純ではないような。
Yeah, because it looks like a cool robot. Go home? Oh my god, they're fighting. Pink versus robot. Mini Gundam versus Pink. Hey, leave Pink alone. We were about to go watch her cry when she see her dead parents. Oh shit, what? Robot like, I can't go in water. That makes sense. It's a robot. Yeah, it's like a robot. A robot can't go in water. Hey, I didn't expect it to be so early, but we're doing the jumping through thing to grab someone's hand. There you go. Oh wow, she was quite young when perhaps Rover picked her up. I thought it might have been like, oh, she's just a high school girl and now she's going to be looked after. But no, that was pretty young form. Unless like, well, they could have been looked, but it could have been I saved you. Not necessarily I was your proxy parent. Oh my god, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding! Oh, shut the fuck up, Piper. You're about to ruin a nice scene by existing. What the fuck? Gacha games. The technology should be realistic. Wife, you wish. Rover is on low HP. Rather, Rover's got a fucking RAM leak. Fucking the RAM's leaking, and it's like, you know, she's currently using 100% for like, I don't know, playing Cookie Clicker, and that just does not make sense. Like, fuck, man, Rover, get some better DRM. Oh, wait, DRM? I think I'm losing my head.
周波数が流れ出てるぞ。内側からずっと塞ごうとしてるのに止まらない。
You know, this would be a nice moment if like literal death scene would be kind of neat.
このままじゃこれでどうだ。
You're just gonna hold it with your fucking stupid little paws.
やっと止まったぞ。でも眠気が。
Thank you, stupid Abby. I hate you so much.
ありがとう、アブ。ゆっくり眠って。
Alright, am I gonna fall down and get a lap pillow? That's my prediction. Lap pillow. Lap pillow. Lap pillow.
次はあんな風に飛び込んで助けに来ちゃダメよ。
Good point. She was a robot. Yeah, like, she, now that you think about, wait a minute, yeah. She's a ghost. That was not even a problem for her. You shouldn't have even jumped in there. You gotta get a cold now, Rover. This is literally an Iceland.
ボイドマターの濃度が
If
高い
void
の。
catches down there so high, if you fall into void vermin,
小
you
さ
will
な
be
ボイドス
consumed.
ペー
Erase.
スに
Oh,
落ちてしまったら
damn.
あなたでも
Why the fuck
飲
did
み
you...
込まれて消えてしまう。
I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, I'm kind of awesome. I don't think I'd be... Honestly, I'm too awesome. I'm too awesome. I'm the rover. I just rove right over it.
いつもそうやって心配させるんだから。
My clothes are already dry. I just realized that.
存 剤を飲み込む名式アレフ1が持つ特性は虚無で、あらゆるものを消してしまうっていう仮説があるの。
Elf One devours all existence. I do like the look of this particular monster.
そしてその本当の姿はブラックホールによく似ていると。
Yum 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 wants to eat everything.
実際仮説は正しかった。体験した私だからこそわかる。
So the Theoden wanting to destroy everything in humanity is a black hole? God damn. The universe is a weird place in this place.
私だけ。なぜなら私は死んでるから。生きてる人はあそこにいられない。
Yeah, I guess like her super robot abilities lets her go look. Fair enough.
名式の内部に入ったの。
Well, yeah, she could do that.
高濃度のボイドストームが名式の内部の形になったものであると同時に入り口でもあるの。真っ暗なのにまるで万華鏡みたいな高次元空間だ。
Well, that explains why she could save us from the place in the first place. So basically, she can just hang out there and it doesn't matter.
時空そのものがバラバラで。
Time and... There you go. There you go. Time and space aren't linear. I knew it. I knew it. Time shit was going on with that opening.
違う時代に飲み込んだ者たちが同じ場所に現れることだってあり得る。
So that's why we were saved. Yeah, makes sense.
あなたが多くの名式と戦ってきたのは聞いたわ。でもアレフ1はこれまでの相手と違う。あれは目的を遂げてしまった。
It's already won. Because it's like out of space and time. I do like its visuals. Okay, I'll give it this definitely. I hate the Theodens usually, right? They have been the most boring, villainless shit ever, like just shitty villains. But conceptually, Alf 1 being introduced like this and slowly building up is more interesting. In this specific track, there is Morse code hidden in the music. Well, yeah, now that I listen for it, I can see it. I wonder what it says. But, you know, I'd have to think about it. Or maybe I'll look it up after. As long as it's not like some weird spoiler for later, but I'll look it up after. God, then I'd have to fucking... I'd get, like, spoiled for me. But anyway, yeah. Visually, it feels much more like a eldritch monstrosity, right? Like a horror that is difficult. Like, I like a villain that, you know, can make sense and is interesting, but if you're gonna have a villain like that's not like not a human type villain, this is what you want. The villain from patch 2.0, the Leviathan whale thing was fucking terrible. That shit was like the cringiest, worst parts of both worlds of like, oh, you're not exactly human, but you're also this weird like, I'm manipulating you kind of villain. And it was like, wow, that fucking sucked. But anyway, this one, I like the visuals and I like how it's going.
ボイドスペースをさまよいながら見たわ。
A graveyard of...
込まれた数々の文明。
Oh shit, see, there we go. Aliens exist. Alright, exile, wait a minute. Rapidness frequently, total gut. So basically, the Theoden monsters have been murdering and eating many things. And humanity is just next on the fucking chopping block. That might explain that maybe Rover came from not humanity in the first place. Well, that's something to consider, I guess.
ラハイロイに届いてる名式の力はほんの一部に過ぎない。けど今も
The Theoden's prison is only a silver true elf. It's been trying to break through the Strider Gate to survive virus.
飲み込もうとしてる。
Yeah, and like the fucking Fractus are like, yay, let it come in so it can eat us. Fucking stupid ass bullshit. They better have a good exploit for that. So I guess you might say that maybe the things surrounding the planet are actually a protective form.
エクソストライダーが目覚めるまでもう一人で無茶はしないで。
Don't worry, I could probably punch that black hole and it'll be okay. But you know what? I appreciate it. She's cute. And you know, cute girl says this, I appreciate it. I'm appreciating it. What's this? Oh.
さあ、 まずは家の中で休みましょう。
But I wanted to look at the robot. Is that the robot? Ah, look, it's the robot. Cool. Look at it. It's so big. It's got big ears. It's got big ears. Alright, she said she wants to rest in the cabin. Okay, let's go! No! Oh, wait, sorry. Give me a second. I'm getting closer. We're going into the cabin. Just give me a second. Come back here. Get back here. Get back here, you goddamn digital ghost!
私は外でシギルムの動向を見
I'll
張っ
stay
てお
outside
く
and
わ。
watch Trash in case Siglum
あな
comes
たは
back.
少し休んで。勝手にどこかへ行っちゃダメよ。
Oh, fine. Let's go! Brum, brum, brum. I just take it everywhere I want. I'm going upstairs. I need to go see what's happening upstairs. I'm not a very good driver inside. Was this raided for... Wow, they kept the fire going on here? Who the fuck lives... That's one thing, like, this place is supposed to be abandoned. Fuck. Ah! Okay, I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Yeah. There was, Did I kill a bird with that? It got foul me. I want to look upstairs. But yeah, it looks like someone else has lived here for a while. Like, yeah, I mean, there's some elements that think it's old, but like... I guess this is like a room, or maybe a parents' room or something. The fuck? Oh, I thought it was like a lion, but it's just a teddy bear thing. Why can't I get on the bed? I want to get on the bed. And then say, come on up. But yeah, this looks like someone lives here still. Maybe like her family isn't dead. Because like, who leaves the fire going that much? And leaves the lights on. That, I mean... That just seems like a bad idea. More like a chronic sickness wearing you away. Oh my god! The darkness envelops you about a brief west. I had a little nappy new. I keep getting soaked off by the feeding in this world. Room's empty and she hasn't returned. Honestly, really honestly, this place should not be like it is. Because neat. The fucking radar? We've got bogeys incoming. Oh no. I'm gonna have to attach myself to the network. Oh god, what's this? Just standing on it. Showing all of heroes saving the world. Yeah, I mean, giant, big monster bar, little girl. Yeah, those like from when she was little. Wild? Nah, it's average for kids. Although, actually, like, it's pretty good, to be honest. Like, if... That's the kind of shit where it's like, damn, that's some pretty good shit. Let's go in here. Oh. Ah! Oh, this is maybe this is maybe a mom and dad's room? I'm investigating. I'm investigating. Alright, okay, what TV do they watch? What porn? Well, I thought so, but like there's still a fire going here. Do these guys just not want to save any gas? Yeah. Well, I guess, I mean, is it possible this is not her parents' house, but the parent house that me and her stayed in, I guess? But there's only, we'll find it, I guess. Well, there's only 2 beds, but I guess it could make sense because, like, oh, I can finally go on the bed. God, it's one of those stupid fucking mic from in Monster Inc. here. Oh, wow, look where the fucking cat symbol is. I wonder what... Can you go away? I fucking hate you. Go away. Go away. Alright, let's go down to the thing. I'm gonna jump off here. I'm not gonna drive my car inside anymore. Fuck you! We're gonna... If my hunch is right. Jumping into the fire. Oh, we're going to use this thing. Let's see the... Hey, wait, she had a different outfit on.
フラフシールをいじめてきたの？今じゃエイメスの姿を見ただけで逃げていくじゃない。
Ah.
このままだと表現のガキ大将になるよ。
Okay, she was quite young when they first met. Very young, actually.
宿題はしたの？エイメスもそろそろ入学できる年でしょ。ゲームで遊ぶ時間を少しは勉強に回したらどう？
So Rover saved her as a kid, and wow, she must be. That'd be like, I don't know, like 9, 8 or 9. But how long ago was this, and how long did they stay together before the time thing? Because it was what, like 2 decades or a decade?
あの子たちも遊びたがってるの。でなかったらわざわざ近寄ってきたりしないでしょ。
At least I have a new outfit on. That's a nice change of pace. Rover was a single mother in school.
もう
Rover,
スターズをまたやろうって約束したのに
very
ちゃ
cute.
んと守って。
Very cute. Was she? Oh, was she Roya? Like, was like the headband and stuff? Was her parents Roya?
今日はゲームより先にあなたが折ってたあれを教えてほしいの。いい？
Folded thing first. What? Paper airplanes? You don't know how to make a paper airplane? I mean, to be fair, she's a kid. All right, Rover, are you gonna have any emotional reaction to learning that you're basically a mother? Or will this be entirely bent on how cute she is and how the player reacts?
あれって紙飛行機のこと？
私のはすぐ落ちちゃう
I
の
know
に。
his nose does
あ
right
な
away,
た
but
が
you're
作
also
った
so
紙飛
so
行機
hot.
はどうして遠くまで飛ぶの？
Damn, Rover's got a pretty nice skirt there. Holy shit, that's short as fuck. Damn! Sorry, I'm being distracted by the usual things. Oh, she's gonna see you checking out her
ちょっ
past.
としたコツがあるの。
Shouldn't have done it. Well, she would have known. She would have known that this. Well, Rover
教
was.
える代わりにまず宿題を終わらせて。そしたら
This
一
is
緒におろう。
definitely like mother-daughter level, right? This isn't like. This isn't like, oh, I'm your big sister or I'm your guardian who just like looked after you. This is definitely some mother-daughter level stuff. Now, the only thing that is a little bit of a wet fucking rag on this is that the Rover is so uninteresting. But at least Pink's cute. Oh god, Pink's gonna come in.
わかった。
How are you gonna explain this?
約束ね。
ええ、約束する。
Well, at least they're trying. I'm letting them cook. I'm letting them cook. I like it. As much as I'm a meme lord who sees fucking Rover in a short skirt and my brain just turns off. You know.
どうやって切り出そうかずっと考えてたの。そしたら
Let's say that one rather than just point out the obvious.
幼い頃目を覚ましたら両親の笑い声を思い出せなくなってたの。
Okay, yep, so she woke up and she couldn't remember their parents' laughter. So that's the void stuff, so they did die there.
声も顔もぬくもりも全部 ボイドストームの中に消えてしまった。
Okay.
そのうち忘れてしまった事実さえ思い出せなくなったわ。私はそれが心から怖かったの。
I mean, it would be. You're a kid. But don't worry, you'll forget about that soon. Sorry, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Don't worry, the fear eventually also will be forgotten.
感じるのは体の芯から這い上がってくる冷気だけ。震えを鎮めるために何かしなければいけないと思って。
Okay. So where does the rover
そ
come
れ
into
で
this?
私は一人でビアートルウーズから逃げ出し、リンクドスパインの中に隠れて表現まで来た。
Okay. So she was Roya then. She was Roya because like she was living in the woods. Then she went to the Starwood Railway and made it to the Frostlands. Okay.
私の両親は外から来た研究員
one was Roya.
ロイ人なの。二人は長い間表現に駐在してボイドストームの研究をしてたわ。
So they came. So this is the place where they used to stay.
かつて家族で暮らした場所に戻りたかった。でも道すらわからなかった私はひたすら歩き続けるしかなかったの。そうしてたどり着いたのがこのギンヌンガミールという湖のほとり。
Now this is the part where like the fucking audio and the visuals are gonna break up again like they did last time for me. Okay, the screen is flickering, but that's entirely on me. It's very annoying and distracting. But I'm still watching. Now she is fucked. Or would be. Okay, she actually is fucked. What? Oh no, there we go.
大丈夫。怖がらなくていい。
I'm actually very interested in knowing how long they stay
私
together.
は過去にエイメスを助けたのね。
Is she gonna call her mum?
あの時はこのまま湖の底へ沈んでいくんだって思ってたわ。けど息ができなくなって意識が遠くなる私を
Remember the cutscene? I think I'll remember it.
くれたの。
She was going in the thing. The screen started flickering. No, that was on my side. She was going through the thing. She got lost. She had that like thing, like the hands grabbing, which I'm assuming the pendant's probably from her parents. And then like she's trying to make her way there. The wind blows her up. She falls up. She's up in the air. She falls into the lake. She's gonna go down. She's probably gonna die in the goddamn cold. But then there's the void matter down below, so she was gonna get eaten alive by that. Rover shows up, saves her, and pulls her out. Maybe. No, they wouldn't go as far as to make Rover have some sort of time travel shit so she also goes back in time and saves her. No, they wouldn't do that, right? No, that's just the normal... That's just how it is. It wasn't like convoluted time travel in like 90 other ways as well. Right? Right? Hmm.
その人は必死に私を引き上げてくれて、目を覚ますと、そこにいたのはあなただった。
That's a very, very nice smile she has.
でも 両親が残してくれたお守りはなくなってたわ。多分湖の底に沈んだんだと思う。それが私はとても悲しかったの。大声で泣き出した私をあなたはあたふたしながら慰め、家に連れ帰って体を温めてくれた。その後は想像通り、しばらく二人で一緒に暮らしたわ。あなたがラハイロイを去る日まで。
But how long was that? Like, she's still small, so it could have just been like a few months? We saw Rover grabbing the pendant, but she never said she lost it. We saw Oh, that's true. Rover did grab the pendant in the cutscene. That's true. That's true. She grabbed the pendant. We saw Rover grabbing the pendant, and then she said she lost it and never found it. I guess Rover probably kept it to give it to her later, maybe? The two options would be, one, Rover didn't think about it and just kept it to give it to her later, or it is time-based bullshit and she went back in time. And she's like, got it, but that's like a future person version of hers got it. Like, why didn't you tell me?
だって変でしょ。
That's true. You don't have any memories anymore, so it's like, it'd be awkward, yeah.
知らない人から突然「こんにちは、私は昔あなたに面倒を見てもらってたの、久しぶり」なんて言われたらどう思う？
Yeah, I mean, Pig's got a point. I like characters that push through the pain. I like characters that push through the pain. This is my jam.
次は何を言おうかな。前一緒に住んでた家に寄っていかない？あなたのおかげで優等生になったよ。うっかり死んじゃってごめんねとか。
That's good. That's a nice one. Or accidentally got myself killed. That's good. But Rover, that'd be so weird.
そんなことを口にしても無駄なプレッシャーと責任を感じさせるだけ。全く意味がないでしょ。
That's a good point. And here's another chance for like an emotional thought here. To her, Rover's like, I mean, like, I don't know how long they were together, but let's assume they were long enough together for the point to be like that she was a surrogate parent. The Rover was her surrogate parent. And the Rover was her surrogate parent, and you're telling your parent right now the real you is dead, and you're just a copy. I think it's a tragedy that could be really interesting that the Rover doesn't remember that. Like a sadness born out of the fact that she can't really comprehend the feelings that would be going through Pink's mind right now. As shitty as this game story can be, 3.1 actually made me cry at one point. That's fair. A game can be a bad game for 80% of the runtime, and then just still have those amazing moments that can really get under your skin. Those are very common. That's as much as I'll shit on games like, you know, as I have been for Wuthering Waves, I don't deny when it has those good moments, like I did with Shisa. But yeah, I could see the sadness of, like, from her perspective, and the awkwardness of, like, why would you tell her? But, like, you know, the memories are all gone. I like that idea in terms of as a story element. I would say I don't see it that way. I don't think saying familiar to me doesn't really fit. Yeah, sure, we've had those little flashes, but we don't have our memories. So I'm going to say it'd be better that I don't see it that way. Unless they're going to bring back our memories like I have been theorizing.
分量谷で目覚めてから旅の途中で出会った昔の知り合いは自分自身を知る手がかりになった。それは決して悪いことじゃない。
Yeah, unfortunately, the person that you're bringing back is just like complete, you know, block of boring. The scene is good. Like, I am liking it. I'm really liking it. It's just having to think of Rover in any sort of complicated way is just kind of making me annoyed, because I know they could have done better. All I can think of is, this is great. Now imagine if Rover was better written. And I can't help but think like that. It's my worst fucking state. But Pink is very cute, and she's carrying this on her back despite Rover's
私
difficulties.
はちゃんと自分で判断できるよ。
Like, listen to her voice.
もう少し信じて。
I don't know how she sounds in English, but this flat response, the way that Rover just seemed to have like a handful, like this is probably the most emotional they've gotten Rover ever that I've seen. But Rover just doesn't have the breadth of response to really be a character that can be affected by emotions in like a way that is appropriate for the scene. Like let's put aside designing how Rover would be in her past self. What I would be writing right now is a character who sounds choked up and sad by the very notion that she can't appreciate how much pain would be going through Pink right now. Because both Rover is lamenting her own loss, I would write it that Rover is lamenting her own loss of the connection she had with this girl that she was a parent for. And all of the lost memories there. And lamenting that she can't truly sympathize or empathize with the position that Pink is in. Like, there's a multifaceted loss there that you could really do an interesting, like, emotional thing. Like, make her voice crack a little bit. Maybe have, just show Rover, like, you don't have to do crazy stuff, like, show Rover's, like, a bit upset. Just show some more emotion. I feel like every other single character can show her emotions better. Like, throughout this entire quest, Pink has been showing off her expressions, her movement, and her body language. All of that has been extremely expressive. Every other character, going far as back as Chapter 1, has a better job of showing off their emotions, but Rover feels like a robot with 5 preset appearances of emotion. And I don't know how they overcome this at this point. Rover should be feeling more. But unfortunately, due to the nature of how they set these things up, a lot of that pressure does fall onto the response by Pink. But she's doing a pretty damn good job of it either way, I'll say that.
そうね。じゃあ文句を言わせてもらうわ。私が新入生代表として演説した時も、最初のシングル曲を発表した時も、同調率の新記録を達成した時も、あなたはいなかったじゃない。
Yeah, you ran away. How does that make her feel? Like,
でも、すごく忙しかったことは分かってる。
like, how does she feel about the fact that Rover just left her? But what did she say when she left? Like, those things are in my mind right now.
ずっと悲鳴に苦しむソラリスのために駆け回ってたんだもの。
Okay, so she was always
そ
leaving
れ
and
は
stuff
あ
to
なた
go
が
save
選ん
shit.
だ道。むしろいいと思ってる。
But raising a child while being a very busy parent is not an easy thing.
だからこそ私も同じようにしたの。ほら、あなたがいない間もちゃんとラハイロイを守ったでしょ。まあ、多少の代償は払ったけど、救世主の役目、結構うまくやれてると思わない？
Well, the cost was too steep, because I think I do appreciate that the story has made it clear that that she considers herself dead, and that the real version of her, the organic, actual person that she can interact with, is dead, and that's why she calls herself a ghost, or a digital ghost, because she's like a copy. And I think I like that as a concept, because it adds an extra layer of element on top of it. That Pink is sad for this, but like also sad for the fact that she's not really there, because she doesn't consider herself the original to some degree. But I won't say the scoffs was too steep. That's just awful. You wouldn't say that. I would say you did well. That's the response. Hug her.
本当？救世主の先輩に認めてもらえてすごく嬉しいわ。
It's impressive that even now, like, she keeps protecting herself by going down the path of kind of just like smiling over everything. Like, rather than showing emotion. Which I do like. I think it just makes her more interesting. Leading into things and giving it more time is always better. You really never saw me before? You know what? I'm just going to ask the basic one since I
あ
can
な
ask
た
both.
が去ってから何も特別なことはなかったわ。いつも通り学園に通って楽しく過ごしてた。あなたが望んだように。ゴーストになってからもたださまよってただけ。学園とボイドスペースの狭間を。
Okay.
死んだおかげで中に入っても飲み込まれないっていう特権を得たんだもの。なら自分の好奇心を満たさないと。
That's fair. Good smile. I like a smile, even if it might have some elements of being forced,
前
which
に
is
あった
actually half the fun part.
ああ、授業中に私が名式の巨岩を撃退してあなたを助けた
Yeah,
って言っ
that's
た時
probably,
の
yeah,
こと
we
か
just
な
kind of worked that out. It's probably the time thing.
本当に記憶にないの。でも、
Yeah.
名式の巨岩がいたなら
Void
多
space and
分
then
ボイド
time.
スペースだと思う。
So it probably
よく
happens.
わからないわ。名式は奇妙な力を持っていてもおかしくはない。幻覚だった可能性は
No, I think it's more likely that it just probably happens either the current you doesn't realize that it happens in the future kind of thing. Or alternatively, a split moment of time, you know, something like that. Since we're dealing with time. Since we're dealing with time, the variations come quite large about what we could do here.
今夜はここで休んで。出発は明日。あなたの体調が良くなってからにしましょう。
Alright, let's go to bed then, Aemeath. Hell
存
yeah.
在もだいぶ回復したわ。エクソストライダーのところ
I-
に着き次第、ドライブで補給
Project
すれ
rebuilding
ば
myself is going
シギ
great.
ルム
Once we
を
reach
倒
the
せ
extrader
るは
and
ず。
recharge the reactor, we can make Siglium and finish it off for good. So we're just gonna go into the robot next, and then
すぐにあの邪魔者を始末してあげる。
I will take care of the problem for you. There feels like there's some other elements that she's probably hiding still here. The question is whether or not they'll fit into this story accurately. Alright, they at least try.
二人で一緒に解決しよう。
It's unfortunate that they can't really do a good job of showing, like, you know, touching in the game with their current format.
ええ。あなたは前に使ってた部屋を使って。私も自分の部屋で休むわ。
What do you mean? We should stay in the same bed as parent and child. Alright, I will. I could see myself making some terribly distasteful jokes in the video. Oh, my temptations! This is an Andy and
お
Laylee
休みを
reference.
言ってから部屋に戻るのなんて少し懐かしい気分ね。
Do you even sleep? Night, Pink.
おやすみ。
Now, if it was me, up in her room, she'd get in there, she'd close the drawers across, and she would just quietly sob. She would just quietly sob for the lost memories, for all of the emotions, and perhaps what she's going to do in the future that probably the rover won't like because it's some sort of sacrifice. But I would write that. Now let's see if they do it. Please, please do it. Come on, show me you can do it. I know the rover doesn't have the emotions for it. Come on, make her cry. Make her sad. Oh my god. He's laying down. Okay, falling into a memory or something similar. Oh wow, we play as like the little girl now? We can play as the little version? Oh god, I am playing as her. Neat. I've never really seen this before. Why'd you run a little fast? Jump. Oh, I can't jump. Damn it. The game's on a lot of platforms, so it's a nightmare to develop, especially because of mobile, since the people's phones would explode. Yes, I am aware of that. It is a mild thing that I can complain about, but it is a true thing. Like, you can't pull off the element to make hands look like they're actually properly touching. Like, they can make things look really nice where they can have the hair flow down properly and things like that, or have the characters really emote. But when it comes to certain things, it's like, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. What's that, Resh? Oh, hey, Resh. Did you give me a plushie to some kid? Apparently I raised this child. Apparently I raised this child. This is my child. This is, and I then eventually abandoned her, as is proper. Wait, what's over there? She got abandoned. Like, fucking Rover was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna, like, delete my memories. I still hate that nobody really focuses on that. She deleted her memories of everyone. Oh, wow, it, like, fucking lights up as you go down the stairs. That's cute as fuck. That's cute as fuck! It's like the light-up shoes that people can sometimes have. Okay, what are we doing around here? Can't jump there. Let's play games. Gaming time. Oh, you fucked? No, sadly, the Rover did not have sex. The Rover didn't have sex. She just picked up an orphan. She picked up an orphan. But, this is still... She picked up an orphan, but she did everything else to become a mother. Including as a single mother, she also abandoned her daughter. As is tradition with single mothers. You know, it is what it is. My best score... Oh, damn, she's gonna beat me in fucking... what's this? Oh, can I go in there? Can I go in and see the... No, I can't! Damn it! I wanted to see, like, my old version there. Oh, I can look at the pictures. Big old bull. Kid drawings. Alright, now I'm gonna go in here and wake her up. And then there's no one here, and then she's like, what? And then it turns into a nightmare. Come on, turn into a nightmare. Please. Please turn into a nightmare. Maybe they're just going for the cute element. Maybe after this, like, little dream element, like, we can see her crying. Like tears when she's in bed. That would be peak. I think I'm suffering focused. Damn, look at those thighs. Thigh poking! Do it!
Aemeath. どうしたの? 眠れない?
Can't sleep? No, I cannot. Are you sad right now? I am of the sad, yes.
いや、少し考え事をしてただけだよ。
You don't understand, child. I am literally a god. I'm thinking about big things like what pizza to have for dinner.
元気じゃないのに嘘はダメ。
よく見てるね、 エイメス。嘘じゃないけど。
Is she gonna tell her that she's gonna, like, leave? This actually might be a decent moment for them to actually give emotion to the rover that isn't just, like, deadpan delivery every 10 seconds.
エイメスたちの言葉を借りるなら、故郷を恋しく思う。
Thinking about my
みたい
homeland.
な感じだよ。
Oh my god. Oh my god. See, she is an alien.
じゃあ
Well,
一回帰ってみるのは？
go for a visit.
もう私は帰れない。
So perhaps Rover, if we're being more specific, perhaps Rover is an alien godlike being that her planet was destroyed? I guess, you know, there's no rule that says all humans have to look like, you know, it could be just like, you know, the logic of humans all look the same across the various galaxies type thing. They don't have to have like fucking blue skin or whatever. Or who knows? Maybe underneath Rover's hair is like a fucking horn and we're just not being able to see it the whole time.
どうして？
Because it got exploded, you kid. Calm, Rover. You can do some better delivery. You can do it. Have some more emotion.
あのね、パパとママがいなくなってから胸がすごくもやもやするの。
Her dad went away. Her chest always felt tight and heavy.
一族のみんなが話しかけてくれて
When the
も
people of the tribe talked to me, their voices sounded really far
聞
away.
こえるみたいでぼんやりしちゃって。
Well, yeah, she's a kid and all of her
Demo-
parents are dead.
湖のほとりであなたの前で泣いたら少し楽になったの。もやもやして苦しかった気持ちが軽くなった。
Alright, is she going to suggest that Rover cries in front of a child?
わかってる。あなたは周りの人にこういう話をできないんでしょ？だってみんなあなたのことすごい人だって思ってるから。
It is late, but they're attempting to add some element of Rover having some level of burden to carry. Too late for me, to be honest. Too fucking little too late. But I do appreciate that they're even trying. I see why people say this is when Wuthering Waves gets good, because it's trying to have an emotional payoff for a setup of who and what the rover is. Yes, it's this. I can appreciate what they're saying. I don't know. I can appreciate what they're saying. I think the issue that I have, which is a minor issue, generally the minor issue that I have here is literally just there is a lot of baggage that I have with the rover specifically. The rover as a character, the baggage that she has for me is enormous. I find myself hating her direction, hating the potential. And I think this right here is showing off some of the things we could have seen with Rover. And even so, it's still stilted and stuff, because in my mind, I can't escape that Tism Rover who couldn't really emote at all, and whose memories and actions are rooted in being just the most, like, unemotive character you could imagine. Like, terrible things happen, Rover's does expression face 1. She doesn't yell. And I think she doesn't have, like, I have to see the English version a bit as well, or some of the Chinese versions maybe, but the direction of the voice actor for the Japanese version in particular is probably the worst direction I've ever seen for a voice actor for a very long time. She's a great voice actor, just the direction is terrible. Someone told her, act as though you're really aloof and you're not really involved. I don't think I've heard a crack or a thing beyond the placid lake of Rover's voice. Her entire emotional field needs to be defined by the changes in the 5 expressions that the character model has and the music. And I think that really hurt her. Like, if I could change anything, I would change that voice actor's approach. I would also change some of the way they've done the dialogue. I would also probably add way more, like, emotional moments. Not like, oh, she shakes her head and she looks down type stuff. No, I would add in entire parts where Rover is sad. And I mean like potentially crying or talking to herself or explaining pain that she has to someone else, maybe some confidant, maybe a character, maybe it's Abby. I don't even care. I fucking hate Abby, but anyone. What if she talked to Abby? Like Abby kind of comes out after a big moment, big quest in like 2.0 or something, and like everyone's like, "Oh, Rover, you're so strong. You're so awesome. You're so awesome." It's because, you know, we're talking about her being super strong here and how everyone needs to think. And then she goes into the room, she closes the door, and Abby comes out and goes, "Oh, what are you doing here? We gotta go out there and have some fun." And you just see Rover just kind of go and like lays down a little bit of motion. Maybe not even stuff like, it's just, you know, maybe there's like some sort of flash of like all of like the pain and danger and how close it was. And then she just says, it was too close. I just need a moment. And then Abby doesn't say anything. Abby just kind of comes out, looks shocked, and then just puts a little paw on her shoulder while the Rover just stands there, just leaning back against the door for a minute. That's it. That's all you need. But they never did that. And even at the very least, they're coming out and realizing their failures now. It only took them 2 patches. But yes, I think there's still endemic problems with the Rover, which results in a lot of the intensity for a lot of the emotions that come out from the Wuthering Waves stories to really come from people like Aemeath, or Chisa, or Nene to a degree. Like, just pointing out the characters that I met recently, but also to some of the other characters I liked in the past, like Lupa, and, you know, when the story is in complete dog shit, Luno. Like, there are good elements there. It's just, I wish that they could have learned and focused on this earlier. Even though I do like this.
でも私は子供だし、すごいとかわからないし、私の前で泣いてもみんなには言わないよ。
Yeah, let's see if they're gonna go for it.
だから一人で悲しまないで。
エイメス、
Give her a hug.
私の故郷はとても遠い場所にあるの。
My homeland is far away.
故郷から与えられた使命を果たすため
The
に
people gave me missions, so I
私は
came
ここ
here.
に来たの。
Okay, so rovers from the land of the immortals.
どんな使命なの？わざわざ遠い
Now,
ところ
if I was really cool, if I was really fucking good, and I was like somehow got into the right team, rather than saying something like protect people, I would have Rover say vengeance. Or something like really baller like that.
少し複雑だから。
Oh, give her a hug.
まだ早いよ。
じゃあもっと簡単に説明して。頑張って聞くから。
簡単にね。
Vengeance. Come on, say it.
エ
Say it.
イメスが好きなスペースファンタジーカティアで例えるなら、世界を救うためかな。
Yeah, I mean, I figured that the rover was sent here to save the world, or at the very least, that's her focus.
一つの目標に向かって動
To
く
do
だ
whatever
け。
needs to be fulfilled the mission as long as it
使
takes.
命を達成できるなら、どれだけ時間を費やしても構
I
わない。
mean, she's done a lot of shit. She made a fucking series of gods. She's made several empires. Yeah, it's done a lot. But they really need to give...
そんな考えは正しいと思う。
Of course it was the right thing. Like that's a silly thing to ask.
ある時、私は故郷に帰れないんだって悟ったの。
Because one day I realized I would never return home. See, there we go. This is like... Take a photo, everyone. Take a photo. The scar was something she had before. Yeah, that's true. I think that's because everyone's got those scar things. I don't think she got it. Did she get it at the start of the game? No, I'm pretty sure all resonators get it. But, see, take a picture, everyone. Here we are. 3.1 years after it actually started up as a game. We have our first moment of the rover having any sort of depth even attempted to be added to her. Everything before now has just been unemotional lore dumped. Oh, what's that? Rover's a god? Rover can make gods. Rover made the cities. Rover created Black Shore. Rover created a device that somehow tortures people for the future of predicting laments. All those elements were told and dumped on us with a shrug and a mild movement of the eyes. The character we met as Rover in the past was always a competent but vanilla character. Not emotionally responding to really anything. Saying good things because that's what a good character would say. Having emotions that could be akin to a textbook. Flat, technically correct, but ultimately uninterestingly delivered. This is the first time they have even attempted to have Rover have an emotional response or an emotional connection to something from her past, to something that she cares about that isn't just, I save people because I want to save people. They should have been doing this from the start, but I appreciate that they're trying. I couldn't stop thinking about that faraway place more than I ever had before. I would have thought like the place that where she was maybe got destroyed or something, but like, you know, fucking in what you call dreams. In what you call dreams, I go back, stand there, and just call my homeland. I do feel like she does feel like a cultivator. Like, I know I've been saying that as a joke, but she does feel like a cultivator. Because I've read a few cultivation novels, and it's like she's a cultivator from a higher plane of existence that's come down here to save or protect, and, you know, the sadness of being left behind is like just biting at her. Or not being able to go back to all of her people and things that she cared about. Oh my god, she's homesick. I've never really gotten homesick in my life, to be honest. Or at least, I can't recall. I think that the fact that they offloaded so much of the emotional weight and the emotional heavy lifting to Abby for the silliness and like kind of spark of element, and then like they offload a lot of the other emotions that the reader can grab to the various other characters, really means that it has hurt their potential to bring Rover in now as a emotional entity. But I'm trying to push through that to accept Rover as a more emotional person. Don't worry about me. And you should probably worry about it because there's no one else to worry about it, because everyone else thinks that she's like super powerful. At least that's the cool element that I would be writing right now. Oh my god, she's like, I'm your real daughter. Hell yeah. You know, it'd be funny, go back to like fucking Rover Homeland, if Rover Homeland actually ever comes up in any timeline that's interesting. But it turns out Rover Homeland is filled with like her actual fucking family, and they just go, you've been gone for so long, your daughters and sons have grown up and had their own families. And she's like, oh. And your 18 husbands are very upset with you, as are the 42 women. That fucking thank you was probably the most emotion I've seen the voice actor put into that. Good hug, though. Cry. Cry! No.
昔の夢だわ。
No, the floor doesn't light up anymore. That's how you know it's sad. Didn't even get in the bed. I guess, like, you know, being next to a giant fire heater is pretty neat, actually. She sits next to her and then falls asleep on her shoulder. Is she gonna turn into, like, she'll, like, fade out as she tries to touch her? Oh, no. She turns away. I was expecting it to go bzz, 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 and it showed, like, that she couldn't actually touch her. That would have been neater. I'd have preferred that, to be honest. Because then it would show, like, because, like, the person, because, like, the idea that she thinks of her, the real self as dead is an interesting one. Oh. I'm awake. Alright.
おはよう。そろそろエクソストライダーのところへ行きましょう。
Fair enough. Let's go see the big robot. Yong. Out of my way! I'm a motorist! There she is. What the fuck were those? Oh god, I'm going into the water! Oh no. Whoa. Neat.
エクソストライダーの周りは海よ。リューク先生がカスタムしてくれた新しいバイクを試してみましょう。
Oh look, she's looking at the things like she was in the Well, wait, no, I have to talk to her. Fine, we'll get off the bike. I keep thinking of E to get off the bike, which is stupid. Because every other game. So playing with the seals. Oh my god, we can see her underwear. She's wearing shorts. Who would have thought? Oh no, it's a one piece. What? Come on then, Pink. Let's go.
終点へ向かう準備はいい？
Yeah, of course, I'm always ready. I'm sure this was gonna not have you sacrifice yourself for some reason that I haven't picked up on yet.
エイメス、力を完全に取り戻したらまた姿が見えるようになるの？
さあ、どうかしら。何しろ前例がないから。ただ、可能性はあると思うわ。
Yeah, as long as I can see, it's probably
もし
fine.
そうなったら何かしたいことはある？
She's already said she wants to, like...
まだ考えてないけど、絶対もう一度学園の中をゆっくり見て回れば。その時はあなたも一緒よ。
Sure, I'll do that. Oh my god, there's sharks.
ほら見て。今は眠ってる。
So it was our robot. We came to this thing in this robot to fight the void thing. And then, like, the maybe the etheric sea is actually us protecting the planet from the void
エ
monster.
クソストライダーの足元についた。
Has we considered that? I mean, that's what I was trying to think of before, like, before we got into the cabin and stuff. I was thinking that the etheric sea might have been something that the rover deliberately deployed and then expanded in an instant to try and protect the planet from the giant fucking black hole monster.
あそこで存在を取り戻せば。
Once I find more existence, I'll be able to strong enough to fight Signalium. Oh, she's
あいつを
smiling.
倒せば一件落着よ。
True!
出発しましょう。
Let's go fight that monster that definitely doesn't have anything else hidden behind it. During the second lament recorded in the high, the exo rider colossal make unknown most stimulation motion. The Stargate for the Truce battle. The others have rushed. Shattered the bedrock. Right, social annihilation. Yeah. I read half of that. Giant robot. I thought that there'd be like more like stuff around the giant robot. You know, like facilities. Oh, it wants to steal the pilot control. Bad. Oh my god, laser. Oh my god, pink. Oh, now I gotta fight the robot to get her back. Because, like, oh no, she's like kept in there. So I gotta fight the robot to get her back. Hey, let's go! Let E. What? Rum. I like driving on bike. Even if they are rail segments, the bike is fun. Oh yeah, I should have shot. Yeah. I have a water stride, I think. Combo. Oh. I don't like these quick time events. I fucking hate them, but they are what they are. Alright, let's go beat up the robot, figure out what the truth behind this is. Do I have to fight the robot now? Or is it gonna just like be like your... Oh, I've been trapped, have I? I didn't even realize. What the hell? What the fuck, man? Why is there a ballerina monster here? Take this ballerina monster. So it's trying to kill, take my thing as well, so it wants to eat me. So it wants to eat me and it got the pilot stuff. Gotcha. Get out of my way! Wait, what? No! Ah! Yeah. Oh, thank God. I was gonna be very embarrassed for a second there. To the mountaintop! Look, another die. How am I gonna get up there? Oh! Wall running. Thank God gravity doesn't affect me. It would be very awkward if it did. Yum. I liked it when I was go her. See, she knows something about it. Up we go. Oh, it's over there. What's this? More of that. I'm gonna run around. Oh, so Aemeath's still alive inside. Well, I mean, I figured she was dead, but like, I guess like it could be the other part of her power, so the other part of her consciousness or something that has like some weird idea. Oh my God, the robot's moving! And that probably like would make the entirety of like the fucking like council be like, what? Because it got the reactor core it wanted from... What am I doing? Wants to well, yeah, I think it got they said it got corrupted or whatever. Okay, go forward. Giant robot. Gold giant. What's this? Okay. Yeah, there's some stuff going on, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. Don't worry, I'm gonna jump through the air and grab Aemeath's hand. Oh my god. So we put her in the pilot in there to activate the thing. So like the other robot did that, so she's currently controlling the giant robot? Huh. What? It's already speaking real clearly. I can't let it steal more of my frequency. Stop stealing my frequency, bro! Crush it! Okay, now I'm gonna go into like the void land, and this is where all like the time bullshit of getting saved in the first part probably will manifest.
Aemeath, 大丈夫?
Yep, there she is. Hello.
ええ、ここはエクソストライダーの内部よ。つまり私のホームグラウンドってこと。
Why did the robot put her in there though? I mean, I guess they're gonna reveal that. Go home to like rover homeland? Is it fucking? Did she make a simulacrum of the rover? That'd be kind of fun.
シギルムは私がどうにかする。だからあなたが構う必要はないわ。いい？お願い。だから。
Don't go near the big robot that wants to suck you off, Rover. Don't go near it! It's gonna suck you off! Alright, but I'll probably get to use her abilities now, at least. Yeah, Aemeath is gonna fight it, because it's gonna suck you off. Why refuse? Well, because I'm pink-haired and you're not. Journey with you. The guidance you gave Aemeath in childhood is now the blades you raised to protect your family. Oh my god, that's me! With a limited time, press resonance skills to have Aemeath cast the technique you once taught her. Unleashing joint combo attacks during this duration camps cannot use her echo skill or lance resonance liberation. Okay. I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna fight. Bonk, bonk. Fuck you. Oh yeah, I get it now. Yeah, definitely. Definitely something like us. It's trying to copy us or become the rover, but it's like focused on trying to get home. Is that why they tried to introduce the rover being kind of like not into the whole going home like until now, because they were like, oh, we need it. So this is another one of they came up with this idea, but they wanted it to happen now. I'm seeing it. Like what? Fuck? What? Why would they give me that dodge? So easy. I'm not sure why, but okay. Just keep killing it until... Okay, second phase. Robot rover, fuck you. Oh god, I pulled out a top, it's still fucking running around. Oh my god, I'm putting giant... Well, no. What? Okay, she's got super wings now. She's turning into a biblically accurate angel? Oh no, she's a robot. Okay, so that's like a second ability. I mean, she is a robot, I guess like that makes sense. It makes sense, she's a robot, so of course her abilities would be to turn into a giant fucking robot. Aemeath can switch between a human and mech form by casting a resonance skill. Gotcha. So whichever I found more goonable. So obviously the mech. If Aemeath casts a resonance skill within a certain time after performing a basic attack, you can do change and do skill. I don't fucking care. 50%, Aemeath can cast a resonance skill at the same time after performing a basic attack, then cast duet. Okay, so the more I do the resonance thing... What? She is a robot. Okay, what am I percentage at? I didn't pay attention. There we go. Dinging! What? Oh god, it's using a super attack. Stop it! I will defeat you with the power of pink. Well, they put all their budget onto... They put all their budget onto, like, things like this. This is, like, where they put that budget. I'm gonna be a robot again. Robot time. Bonk, 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 bonk. And then use this. Oh, what? There was a second one for that? I didn't even know. Cool. Well, I killed it. I won! I pressed all the buttons. I'm seeing where they're going with this, and I have thoughts, but I will let them play it out. We just cut a giant planetoid into multiple pieces. Damn. Good lord. That's a planet that has been busted. What? Oh god, there's another first. Where'd they go? Oh fuck! Okay, it's... I guess, like, maybe when you first come into this area, the monster takes some of your frequency, and they've built up frequencies to be like a form of memory. So this is like a Theoden monster type thing that is the rover's partial memory and her desire to go home. The thing, or something similar to that. That's kind of a vague kind of thought. You know, like Rover wants to go home, but like Rover knows her mission, but like having a frequent... Come back here, you flying fuck. No fucking Suka dive bombing me! Ah, where'd you go? Fuck you. Yeah, I can see how it would fit. But maybe there's some elements I'm not following, because like she clearly knew about the robot for a long time, but then again time is weird, so she probably like learned about this ages ago, even though I came in thing, because time doesn't really matter inside the black hole thing, because I met it. God, where'd you go? Why have I got a little floating thing? It's so silly considering how serious the fight is to have a little fucking chibi monster chasing me around. Ow! Just die! Come back here! Why is he so strong suddenly? Or am I just bad at the game? That's a little bit more real possible. Fucking press the F already! Immediately use that. Use your ability. Ultimate, you fuck! There we go. Ow! How did I not dodge that? Come back in. What? Ow. I'm almost dead, but it doesn't matter because I'm immune. We probably will just won't die because, you know, bullshit. It's one of the things, I've said it before, even if they make it so that the boss fights are made to be like the perfect, to fit us as like a, like I would prefer it to be able to die. Or maybe I'll die, I'm getting close. Ow, laser 33, Jesus Christ. If it goes to 1 and it can't go any lower, then we know exactly what's happened. Press that, press that! Holy shit. 1 hit and I'm dead. But, if I actually die, another thing. Fuck, dodge. Oh, I hate it, I hate it. Go away. Okay, you're gonna... Ow. Where'd you go? Ah! Stop using Stuka dive bomb tactics! Fuck. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah. Fuck. That just proves I can't die. Damn it, I couldn't get through without dying. Well, in terms of, you know, being an actual good player of the game. Looks like I'm just gonna have to fuck around then. Fire the laser. Bonk. Let's see how far off I was with my predictions. Once again, visuals always really good. No. Wait, is there gonna be a mask fall off and it's like me? Yeah. There we go. Are we gonna see her homeland? Let's see. Why is there a white bit on the edge there? That's weird. That's like some sort of error. I don't think it's meant to be there. Trial risk. Alright. So, the one problem that I see here, this is, I have to get it off my chest. Idea-wise, once again, good idea. Conceptually, good idea. I like it, I'm here for it. The problem is this. Once again, they introduce something they need 5 minutes, it's not 5 minutes, it was a little bit before, with the whole, like, in the little thing with her, but I think that, honestly, Wuthering Waves writers, this is a good idea you have. The idea that the rover has an internal struggle where she wants to go home, part of her is somehow split off, and that is embodied by the Signalum robot, and that wants to go home. Very good. I'm here for it. Timing and pacing matters, though. You really needed to have that element introduced a lot earlier. I know I say this all the time, but it's one of the big things that Wuthering Waves does in a poor sense. It'll introduce an element in the same scene that it gets used, or too close together. I should have had the feeling that Rover has a problem or has a mission here, and that the mission is grating on her, or at the very least, her past self had a desire to go home, or a fear of being lost here and never seeing the people she cared for in the world she cared for again. We should have known about this at the very least at the start of 3.0. At the very least. But they haven't. And I think that's, again, Wuthering Waves. You gotta work with us. I know you want to look at each quest in the patch as an individual thing, but there's a lot of filler in those quests. That opening quest with Nene, definitely the quest with Professor, those ones could easily have had the rover like being sad, or the rover having like implications of the rover wanting to go home. In fact, it would have been ideal if you did that, because if you had that happen to her in the opening part where she sees the big black hole thing when she first comes into this Laharoi, then we could have played with that and played up with that. With maybe some flashbacks, maybe from like feelings, maybe some strangeness. Like we could have had a thing where like maybe Nene's talking about her homeland and she's like, oh, I don't miss my homeland. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm different. What about you? And then the rover goes, well, with my homeland, I don't. And then like as she says that, she just kind of feels strange and she goes, huh? And she like reaches up and like Nene goes, oh, I'm sorry, I asked that. What's going on? And she go, and the rover looks over and the camera like twists and you see the rover and she like reaches up and she's crying. And you're like, what? Rover, why are you crying? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know. Just don't worry about it. Like, that's what we needed. The one thing that Wuthering Waves devs cannot do, or rather the writers, is build up. The execution of those scenes and the cutscenes, they got that down. But the build up is too short, too sudden, and not thought out. And the replacement parts are very easy to place in. They're just very ignored. You should stop thinking about your game in chunks and start thinking about your game in a flowing sense. If you want to have this big scene happen with this character, introduce the elements that build up to that early. It's called foreshadowing, also known as writing. Sorry, I had to be a bully there. Anyway, let's continue on, because I generally really am enjoying this quest. I must admit it's mostly on pink, though, because I really like pink. It looks like we're in Black Shore. Like the chairs are the same as like Black Shore, I think. Or like, yeah, all the architecture's Black Shore-y kind of shit. Or, yeah. Have we been here before? Oh, this is her bod. Oh no, so this is just this area. Even after her body was destroyed, her frequency must emerge with it. Oh yeah, because that's why she's the pilot. Look at her, she's so cute. She turns on some music and plays with her. That's fucking depressing. That's depressing. Plays with the paper plane she had for like fucking with the rover. Of all the things I can complain about the rover with, at the very least with pink, it's much better. Oh, no.
Isn't it so incredible?
They always use English speaking songs.
The same time and space in your eyes. The stars look like thousands.
What's this poster? Hmm?
I've gazed out for thousands of time.
You better not be talking to boys. Your mother would be very disappointed. You're too young for that. Who are you saying bye to? Okay, what's this? Oh. You can tell she's a girl of many passions, ice fishing, the fresh lands, friends, splurging in the markets, battling with the arcade. But away from the camera's focus, Emma seems Alpha lost in thought. At the bottom of her you find a photo of you with her as a child. Its edges are soft crease with worn from handling. Oh. Call me a fucking suffering monster all I want, but this is the kind of shit that comes out from a suffering story. These moments are built upon the suffering, damn it. What's the posters for? That's for a music career. The poster is neatly stuck on the wall, but the bottom corner hasn't been fully adhered. You lift it and see something scrawled messily on the back. I'll do anything. I guess that means I don't really care about anything. Ooh. Some little darker elements. Singing, piling, the extra it's all the same. I don't care. Aww. Well, but saving the world, will I ever see the day? Oh.
学園のスターにして的確者、そして救世主。
Please look at me, don't look at me. Oh, this is where she got fucking obliterated. I remember me thinking like, damn, wouldn't it be awesome if she was like splattered on the inside of it? Let's have a look around before I go in and get the cutscene. See, sometimes... We'll see, we'll see. Sadness breeds interest. Alright. Let's see. No blood splatter? No blood splatter. Just gone. I guess she's still wearing a... What, I just get into this? I just feel it's proper, maybe, or something? Oh, it spins around? Oh god, there she is! I mean, I figured. She doesn't really focus on stuff as a lot. Like... She's trying to help me even now! Well, I guess that's what happens when, you know, the parent leaves early and becomes the center of your world. Who was the center of your world? Oh my god, she's... why is she talking like this? It's too heavy. Oh, that she doesn't want to do it? Or that it's too difficult for her? So she's just embarrassed or ashamed of her own feelings? But then why would we appear like us? I see. So like so she's like, she wants to do anything she can for us. Because like, but then like, acknowledging, she acknowledged that she's not maybe ready, or she can't hold that burden. But then she's embarrassed, she doesn't want to know about, doesn't want us to know that she couldn't do it. But we never expected that from her. I suppose that's something she has trouble considering. Oh, there's a little thing. Oh, that's cute. Why? Oh, she's in school. I like this wolf. Alright, she's actually... I mean, she suffered a lot. We're getting through to the character who's behind all the endless smiles. This is what you get when you have a character that puts up a strong front, even though you know they are suffering. I will give them this, even though I do think that the element with the rover kind of was a bit sudden. The element with Pink here has been done pretty well built up. Like, they held back after they introduced the elements, but they didn't go like hard deep on it like immediately, which I think was a good choice on their part. They didn't fuck it up. So this hits better. In classrooms. There's some pink stuff. Fucking robot Aemeath mindscape shiz. What's up here? Oh, painting. Me? That's me. The one who says. But how has she got me? I mean, I guess it comes down to like the time stuff. It's got to be the time stuff in the... Yeah, it's got to be time. Oh, look, I can make it good. Oh, damn. I thought I was wondering if I could fall off, and I was like, I don't want to risk that. Alright, we'll see, we'll see. We'll see if this all comes together in a way that satisfies my brain. You have to do a lot of writing after this to say, consider this. And if you're talking to a fluffy cat, that's not real. What is wrong with you? Hello? Yeah, why the fuck are you laughing? What's going on, brother?
もしかして私に言ってるの？
Yes, I am.
だってすごくおかしい話を聞いちゃったから我慢できなくって。
That she's a ghost who lost her mind while wandering through the school for so long with no one to talk to?
聞きたいなら話してあげようか？
Yes, please tell me.
昔々救世主と思われた一匹の黒猫が終わりのない旅に出ました。
That's a robar.
なぜ猫が救世主？
Why? Because everyone told the cat it told the cat it
も
was
ち
a
ろん周りにそう言われたからよ。
to
しかし、猫は自分が猫であることを知りませんでした。そんな猫が金色の目を開けたのは小さな段ボール箱の
The
中
cat
だった
didn't get it
の
when
で
Ovid's big golden eyes was just stuck in a tiny cardboard box.
そこにはさらに小さな生き物たちがたくさん住んでいました。中を見た猫は驚きながら抜き足差し足で歩いていきます。
This is kind of an interesting little lore for like a start for the rover. Conceptually very good. Just unfortunately the rover is not really living up to that name, but the concept is really good description. I will say that. The idea of describing, because you don't want to go, if not going into detail about Rover's probable super god-like cultivation world, but like, oh, here's Earth. Everyone's really fucking weak, and you're like really overpowered, you know, and like.
段ボールは小さかったですが、そんなちっぽけな場所にも多くの
These tiny creatures even living in their tiny box had so much misery, so many disasters, constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. Okay, that doesn't sound like a funny story though.
どうか助けてください。生き物たちは猫に言います。当然、猫はうなずきました。
You know, I'm just gonna throw this out here. Is this a story about why you shouldn't tell children your real problems because fucking the rover told Aemeath her one fucking issue of she wanted to go home, and it's like making her, and she's like, man, this mission's never gonna end, and this is totally fucked up her life just from knowing that. Good lord. like you told her one thing. So the message is don't ever tell your deep like insecurities to anyone ever. The one time Rover opens her mouth to try and like have a real connection and speak truth that isn't just vague platteries, like yeah, Rover ruined her.
頼まれなくても猫は
Even
自
if
分か
Aemeath
ら
asked would
助
have
け
helped
たでしょ
anyway, because that's the one the cat believed would save him.
なぜなら猫は自分は救世主だと思い込んでいたから。
Well, the cat believed it because the cat is super powerful.
そうして猫は剣を携えひたすら戦い語りかけ駆け回り世界を救い続けていました。けれど気づけば箱は閉じていたのです。
So she couldn't leave. This is the lore that she's built up in her brain, maybe. Potentially.
これより笑い
Or potentially she learned this more about this after Rover left, potentially. It's pretty... I don't think Rover is... I feel like I want to go with how Rover would feel, but it's hard to say since this Rover isn't the same Rover as before. But I'm gonna say I don't think it is.
ユーモアのセンスがないわ。どう見てもあれはただの猫でしょ。
I guess that is...
みんなは事実から目をそらしてる。
Everyone's just looking away from the truth. Absurdism.
なのに物語の登場人物たちはとても幸せだった。
The laughable story, somehow everyone else gets to be happy. This is touching on elements of Wuthering Waves' story that I've even discussed as a concept that I think I would have preferred. characters not happy with Rover's endless sacrifices. Like, a character that wants Rover to be happy for Rover's sake, and like Rover sacrificing too much. Like, she gave up her memories. Rover gave up herself, really, in like 10,000 years of history, potentially, gave up for this world, potentially, to save the world. That's fucked up. All those good memories, like, so here's the thing. If Rover was a better written character, at the very least the past Rover was a better written character, and we saw hints of this, like Rover's past, Rover's history, Rover wanting to, but here's the thing, not just the past and history, but the emotional responses and that she was having to it. Not just a vague statements of intention, but like the statements of that she felt. Like, if we knew that Rover had, like, was struggling, if we knew this back in the Black Shore arc, how much more would this hit? Because we finally see someone who knows that Rover was suffering, or at the very least that Rover had problems, and the Rover was who is seen as, like, you know, as I've been saying, God who can solve anything by jumping through the air and grabbing someone's hand. But the idea that the Rover is a human beneath all that. But we didn't get that. We needed to see the Rover as a human more so. Although I am still liking this arc, I'm just seeing all the holes that could have been plugged up. Rover could ruin her more. Oh man, the Rover will ruin her more. No doubt, because there's going to be a romantic scene later on. And wow. Oof, Aemeath is going to really have a very, you know, hard change. How she's going to be considering the Rover when they go in for the kiss. Like, whew. It's like, god damn. Andy and Lele for real.
猫を頼りにする者も、猫を憎む者も、みんな自分が欲しいものを手に入れたの。
The ones who relied on the cat, the ones who hated the cat, they all got exactly what they wanted. Not exactly, but... Stop interrupting by telling me it's been 3 hours.
でも猫はどうすればよかったのかな。猫が家に帰りたいと思っていたことなんて誰も覚えてない。猫を箱に入れた者も封をして拒絶した。
The ones who put the cat there have already turned their backs on it. So Rover was sent as a weapon defender and then abandoned? Is this like... I could almost see a...
猫自身もそのことを忘れてしまったの。
Thank you, Pink! Holy shit, Pink! You are the first person in this series to acknowledge that the Rover has suffered by losing their memories. Good God, it took a while. Let's take a note down here, everyone. The first time in Wuthering Waves that someone finally fucking acknowledged that Rover lost her memories. Thank you, Wuthering Waves. Congratulations, Pink. You're the only one who cared. No one else cared. The writers didn't care. Fuck you, Shorekeeper. It should have been you who cared. At least at first. Sorry, I've been holding that in for a while.
ねえ、やっぱりおかしいでしょ。
It is quite absurd. Poor Pink. So, like... It's like... Rover and her past being integrated here just needed more foreshadowing. All of the stuff they're trying to do now should have been set up at least 2 quests ago, preferably even as far as chapter 1. And that's the problem that I'm facing right now. That said, I like the idea that is being presented here as like a children like they're like basically Aemeath is essentially a child who looked at her parent crying, although, you know, Rover wasn't crying at the time. But that was remember, that was the most emotion I've ever seen from Rover, was the voice crack as she hugged the Aemeath child. I think like that could have been a bit more. If it was built up a little better, I would have probably had Rover be like, it's difficult. And it's like, it's hard, like Rover crying, like, and like maybe even the child version, her like being a little bit like, but like a little bit like shocked by seeing it. Maybe even seeing something from afar, like for example, seeing Rover, like actually peeked in on Rover. Maybe make that scene a little bit more intense. And then like when Rover hugs her and stuff, then Rover says something like, but don't worry, I'm always here for you. And like, but then like you can, that she can like, and while, and like little Aemeath like smiles and stuff, she sees something that stays in her mind's eye, like burned into her memory of a child. That Rover was suffering and that no one else could be there to protect her, as she pointed out in the dialogue, but which was done okay. I'm just seeing how you could have improved this with some other elements of like the build-up. But it was the first time in the entire game series that they've ever given the Rover the time of day for both having an emotional response to something from her backstory or having emotion in her voice or any sort of emotional response to anyone that isn't just, I'll save you, here's my hand grasping yours. So and then like to have Aemeath even like acknowledge, even if it was only in a line, that Rover suffered just as much from losing her memories. That's impressive. Because you know who suffered there? Not only Rover, Aemeath. The memories that she made with her fucking parent, you know, surrogate or not, were gone. She's the only one who remembers them. They're dead. And not to mention, on top of that, she's a person who's forgotten her own parent. She forgot her own original parents. Like, they barely register in her mind anymore. She knows that pain, and now she's looking at us, and we don't even realize we have that pain. Like, there's a lot of great elements here. Not terribly done like it's been done in the past. You know, for example, I've talked about how in the past with various parts of Wuthering Waves have really fucked themselves over with their poor execution of good ideas. This is not that. It's just it needed certain other elements to be perfect, but it's still very good. Let's keep going. Oh, it's quite pretty. They might not be able to make someone's hand touch another hand properly, but they can make some very pretty worlds. Surprised that the game hasn't fucked up like it was doing in the first area of Laharai, where like it kept fuzzing out and stuff. My head's been loud. She said I have one problem in Japanese. There's a question that spins in up, and I don't have a time to answer. I can't answer the question. Yeah. It's interesting to imagine that a lot of this is from her imagination. The idea of what the Rover's feeling and that is built up from a child's experience with her parent, you know, one vulnerable moment that was shown and then spun up because like of all of the trauma that is being left there. It's interesting. Now that you're here, I want to ask what you think. That person. Indeed, that person. Not you. Nice music. Yeah, the music's doing okay here. Yeah. Fair. Understandable. Acceptable. I want to do something for her. All the stuff piled up inside it. See, this is where like the child element really does kind of play out here. Like a child was shown this, and it's why you have to be very careful with kids. But I really do appreciate this element as a story. The more you have, the less you share. Basically, she doesn't have the ability to share the burdens. I saw her recently, but I think she's more carefree. Now, come on. Yeah, now, if they add in a comment here, another comment, but is that because she doesn't remember the things that she lost? Yeah? Think about that. But is that because she forgot the things she lost? Come on, do it.
今週の光、ブラックショアの花。
Flowers in Zero Seal, the cows, Black Shore, the winds of Cedar. She told me about her new journey.
これまでの旅についてたくさん話してくれた。
Okay.
私は心から嬉しかったの。彼女のために喜んだわ。
Come on, bring it up.
忘れること
I
が
guess.
プラスになるなんてね。忘れてしまえば苦しまずに済むもの。
I guess forgetting can be a blessing. If you don't remember something, it can't hurt you. Ooh, excellent. All right, it's not exactly the line I wanted, but that's like a passive-aggressive cut of what the whole point is. This is what you should have been focusing on, Wuthering Waves. This is it.
だから考えたの。ボイドスペースで見た内容を
So maybe I shouldn't tell her what I saw in the void space. Because if she told her, like, maybe she'll get back the memories. There's probably a plan to bring back her memories at some point, though. But, like... And it wouldn't matter, because Rover doesn't have any of the context for why she wanted to go back to her old world.
昔の彼女はいつも故郷に思いを馳せ、家を恋しまってた。
Why bring it back home?
でも記憶をなくしたおかげでもう苦しむ必要はない。
But here's the thing. Pain, struggle, and memory, and all the attached fuckery that goes with it, is a person. That's her. And I've said this from the start, and I feel like that's how they should have approached this story from the beginning, that Rover killed herself. Rover killed 10,000 years of memories for whatever kind of purpose she was aiming for. Perhaps even if they wanted to go back, perhaps maybe she... Like, if I was writing this, I wouldn't be against the idea of a reveal that while Rover was getting rid of her memories, maybe to cut herself off from Fade or something similar like that. Maybe there was a part of her that looked forward to doing it so she wouldn't feel that sorrow for her homeland anymore. Although we got to remember that to a degree, Aemeath is dealing with the idea of, like, partially perhaps her imagination of what's built up. Although I wonder if the game writers could really stomach doing that level of, like, extra ability of unreliable narrator of Aemeath's imagination and build up of the circumstances being like something that's just in her head. More likely it's just the truth of everything.
何も知らない方が幸せだとしたらどうしてわざわざ
Bring it up.
話す必要が
Point
あるの
out
かな
that memory is a person. Point out that she killed herself. No! But people need to know the truth.
真実が幸せを打ち砕くとしても
But even if truth destroys happiness, they don't want to see it.
あの人が傷つく姿を私は見たくないだけなのに
Well, here's the thing, though. And this is... I don't think the story's going to go into it now that I just saw how they phrased that. Rover can't have her happiness destroyed. If you told the Rover you were happy in this old world you existed in, you had friends and family, it would be a melancholy, perhaps. But that Rover's dead. That Rover only appears to us in occasional flashbacks. Now, while I stand by that Rover has the personality of Zero, which sucks, the truth is, memories make the person. And even if you tell her directly, point by point, her history, that's not going to bring back those emotions. At best, it will bring back a longing or a curiosity or something similar to that. But the real raw emotion and understanding and memory is gone. The Rover that Aemeath knew, much like the original form of Aemeath, the organic woman or girl, or her parents, real ones, are dead. Rover's dead. And I really think that should be something that should have been kind of considering how she kind of treats herself a little bit, the original self, as dead, and this is just like a ghost, then I think that would have been a nice way to kind of tie that in. But I guess it's a bit too dark for Wuthering Waves.
私はあの人を守りたいの。
But she can't bring
生
herself
き
to
る
do
た
it.
めには希望が必要でしょ。だからこそずっと忘れないでほしい。
We all need hope to get going. Well, the thing is, she can't hope to go back home because this is her home now. If you obliterate your memories of everything, what's left but what's around you? And the next steps forward. The rover is no longer that person. And even if she is still kind and following the footsteps of someone who seeks to help others around them, that doesn't change the fact that the memories make up a person, even if there's some level of her nature that seems to be genetically inclined within her. The truth of the matter is, Rover, the Rover that Aemeath knew, is dead. Unless they pull out that whole, like, I've got a tape recording of you in the back and I'm just going to upload it again.
シギルムの言葉はあまりにも余計だっ
What Sigmund said is unnecessary.
た。
Okay.
あれはあの人の周波数を糧にして自分を満たそうとしてる。しかも
Speed feeding on detected frequency, trying to
幸
connect
せを
itself.
壊しかねない言葉を言おうと。
Yeah, I figured. It's...
にしたらダメなのに。
But what is it exactly? I'd like to know more about this signal. I thought it was like just part of the Theoden monster shit. But we'll have to see. Maybe it's like part of her or something.
真実を話す前に消し去らないと。生み出してしまった以上、責任は取
So
る。
she did bring it into this world. Probably because of her attitude, maybe?
やるべきことなんてどこにもない。もちろん世界を救うこともそう。
Nothing matters, not even truth of will. Oh my god, Aemeath took the black pill!
ただ、自分の行いには意味があると信じて、人は生
But
き
you have
続
to
け
always
る。
believe what you're doing has meaning, and that's the only way to move forward.
そのためには
See, the fundamental issue that I still can't get over my fundamental issue, which is that Aemeath is acting like this would kill the rover. But I think that the rover is well beyond that. The rover isn't that same person. And I think maybe Aemeath hasn't really noticed that. That the rover isn't the rover isn't the rover from before. The cat in the box that she has imagined stuck there that can't go home. That character is dead for all intents and purposes. And I think if you told the rover now that she misses her home and you missed your home and the old you wanted to go home, I don't think that would actually change her actions that much. I'm going into the pink. Oh god, the white bar on the side is back. What is it? Stay away from me. Oh, we're back in the fight. Ah, this scene. Oh, she's gonna kill the other rover. Or the rover fantasy thing. She should be wearing the outfit. She should have been wearing the school outfit though, because it would have been representation of that rover. I did it. I stabbed the thing
やめ
disabled.
て、エイメス。
Stop it.
言ったでしょ。構わないで。
Okay, we have... Okay, here's the evil version of... Well, it's not evil version, it's just the imagined version? Oh, not gonna hit her?
ありがとう、エイメス。私の幸せを願う気持ちはちゃんと届いてるよ。
Rover, mention that that person is dead. Because, like, I could see actually a sadder point here. Because I've been thinking about this from the perspective of the rover is dead. The memories of that person is gone. So I'm like, well, Aemeath, why would you think this? Because, you know, giving back this sad knowledge won't matter. But isn't that, in a sense, having Aemeath accept that her surrogate parent, who she spent all that time with, is truly gone? To accept that the memories don't matter to give to this rover means that the girl she spent all that time with, the woman who was her parent, who she played games with, who she hugged, who taught her how to draw, is gone just like her real parents. From that perspective, it's actually... that's pretty depressing. I wonder if they're actually going to go for that. I mean, maybe I can just have it in my own head canon. Whatever truth it is, it's my burden to carry. I think I like my interpretation better. I wonder if it's going to end up having to be headcanon.
一人で抱え込んできて辛かったでしょ。
知りたいの？何も変えられないばかりか。あなたを重い鎖で縛り付けるだけだとしても。
Even if it won't, I think Aemeath got to... Is she going to bring up the fact that she doesn't remember anymore? Things weigh only because they matter. I mean, that's a vague concept thing, but yeah, something she would say. Rover, stop being bad by ruining the emotional moment by being you.
一緒に暮らしてた時、あなたは言ったわ。使命を受けて、ある遠い場所からソラリスへやってきた。
Alright, maybe her memories will come flowing back or something as she says
既存
this.
の研究では、エクソストライダーと採取は同じ文明の技術から生まれたものという結論になってる。
Well, that makes sense.
遠い場所とは、あなたの故郷かもしれない。
Well, yeah, the land of gods, essentially.
でも、あなたは私以外の人に
Me or anyone
その
else.
話をする素
So
振
I
りも
kept
な
it to
かった。
myself until I died and slipped into the void bases of Digirest.
だから私もずっと記憶の片隅にしまい込んでたの。
I mean, I kind of figured those things. I mean, the only
死後
one thing is maybe the
デジタル
Sentinels.
ゴーストになって
Sentinels not being...
ボイドスペースの中に入る時まで
I mean, like she brought the tech and that, so she's like gods of
霊
gods.
式に飲み込まれた残骸の中を歩き回ってた時、私は偶然一筋の周波数を見つけたの。
As I wandered through the ruins devoured by the theater, I stumbled upon your frequency of your frequency.
あなたのものだった。
Okay, she found her frequency. Alright.
時間の混沌としたボイドスペースにいつ飲み込まれたのか、私には分からなかった。
So yeah, that is that is like time thing. So she found it like that. Gotcha. I'm
ず
following.
っと会えてなかったし、ぬくもりからあなたを感じたかったの。
So she basically kept an echo of the rover, in a manner of speaking, or one of those remnant echoes that were in Renacitia's arc. Although not exactly.
周波数同士のかすかなつながりを頼りに、私は無数の空間の中から
Pardon
エ
me.
クソストライダーの残骸を見つけ出したわ。
Okay, she found the Exostrider after
そ
running
して
around.
私は知った。エクソストライダーが採取を運ぶために使われてたことを。
Exostriders were built to transport sentinels.
採取をソラリスに送り届けるために、彼らは星の海を航行して、
Until during one jump, the theater and Alpha must have noticed them.
ワープの途中で名式アレフ1に見つかったアレフ1は
Its hunger had festered for so long that not even devouring the
星
entire
の海を
universe could
飲
save
み
it.
干したところで渇きが癒えることはなかったわ。あの周波数に導かれて 私はエクソストライダーのように名式に飲み込まれ、
That frequency then led me to another relic, some by Finn, a creation built by the same makers of it. Okay.
私には構造がよくわからなかったけど、機能から判断すると多分壊れた通信衛星だったはず。
A communication satellite.
その残骸の中であなたに関係してる周波数をまた見つけたわ。
Okay. And she's like, and she gathered all the frequencies together.
あなたが故郷へ送った
From those
通信
fragments,
記
I
録
saw the
には
message you sent home. Not about your mission, but full of longing. Ah.
ある願いが記録されてたわ。
So it wasn't so much her childhood element, but that was definitely one that sparked it. And then upon finding this, basically discovering another side to your parent, essentially.
一度だけでいいから故郷を見たいとあなたは言ったの。
You said you wanted to go home even one day just for lying
で
on
も
the line.
私は見てしまった。彼らが拒絶するところを。
They said, you can't go home. Fuck you.
それはあなたの使命にとって必要ないことだったから。
She's like, can I have a day off? And they're like, fuck you.
通信を一方的に絶ったのも、願いを見て見ぬふりしたのも、こうして漂白することになったのも、全部あいつらのせい。
They were the ones who cut off communications. They ignored every wish you had outside of your mission. They forced you into this life of roving.
なのに、あなたは使命を背負って
You crossed the stars to fulfill
星
their
の
wish.
海を越えてきたあなたに、よくもあいつらに何の権利があるの？
Okay.
あの時、私は本当に悩んだわ。
In that moment, I was drowning in pain.
どうすれば力になれるのかわからない。このことを話すべきなのかもわからない。あなたが本当はどんな未来を望んでいるのかもわからない。
A child forced to make choices for their parent that they really couldn't comprehend.
そんな時、ずっと大切にしてたあなたの周波数がボイドマターに汚染されて、私の力を引き裂いた。
Okay, so the other version of her frequency is not so much something she
シギ
kinda
ル
got
ム
fucked
が
up.
誕生したわ。
So Siglium is like a fucked up Theoden mess.
あれは私の心から生まれたもの。
Ah, there we go. Imagine you had
あ
suffered.
なたの境遇を思う不安や想像、恐れの結晶。
Okay.
最初、シギルムには故郷に帰るという本能しかなかった。
On the instinct to go home.
それで自分を満たそうと無意識にあなたの周波数を求め、私の権限を奪おう
Trying
と
to
し
make
たの。
itself whole, trying to seize access and piloting control.
エクソストライダーを起動させ、ストライダーゲートを通り故郷へ帰るためね。
So yeah, this is definitely you shouldn't tell your children that you are depressed while they're too young to comprehend it.
ええ、
You might fuck up their
あな
entire
たの
life.
周波数を吸収するほど言葉がはっきりしていく。だからあなたに知られてしまう前に始末したかったの。ずっと黙っていてごめんなさい。
That's what I've been keeping from you. I'm sorry. Now, can Rover have an emotional response to this that matters at all? This is the most they've ever done for Rover, to be honest. They're gonna bring out Ab because I fucking hate Abby. They... Correct move as a parent.
ありがとう。
Correct move, Rover. That's exactly what you should do as a parent. Always
話を
reinforce.
聞いて心が乱れてないと言ったら 嘘になり
Hearing this a lot of process, I'd be lying if I says I wasn't. Ha! Ha! Well, I can't tell from looking at you, to be honest, Rover. You look like you're, you know, about to order a fucking sandwich. You could be telling me you're about to shoot someone, and you know what? Probably believe either one.
これからどうするか少し考えさせて。故郷という言葉も今となっては苦いのか甘いのか。
Yeah, it's still strange. Because you don't have the memories. You're not that person. But I guess they're not going down that path as much.
心配しないで。記憶をなくしたからこそ
The journey I've had to since losing my memories, the favorite I found, I was mine to
消
keep.
えたりし
No one can take that. Yeah. But she's not going to get her memory. Like, I suppose, like, it just comes down
世
to...
界を救うなんて大げさだけどね。私は誰かを救ったとは一度も思ったことがない。ただいろいろな人や文明が自らを救おうとする過程
Nah, you... No. Fucking... Rover, please don't downplay that. You were literally the reason half of these places haven't been turned into radioactive slop and or cult land.
疎開雨の中で夜明けまで戦い抜いたのは今週の人たち。
Oh yeah, the worst fucking chapter. Guys, the worst chapter's here. Have a look at the worst chapter. Anyway.
ソラリスのあちこち
Black Shores, even worse. Even worse. Even worse. Black Shores, even worse.
黒潮を前に
The Resident Factors fight against the Dark Tide
リナシータの
was also very bad, but not as bad as chapter 1.
宇宙の秘密を知るために変わり続ける星
It's alright, Leroy. It's
ラ
alright.
ハイロイの人たち。
I guess Cheese just gets one little shot here, because I guess she wasn't really
私が
that.
空から降ってきた救世主なんかじゃない。待ってるだけじゃ救世主は現れない。
There's plenty I couldn't do, losses I couldn't
これ
prevent.
まで
What are you
私の
talking
力が
about?
足りなかった時
Are we talking about,
どう
like...
もならない犠牲が出ること
No, there was like 3 guys. Rover, there was like 3 fucking dudes you couldn't save. It was the fucking the Pope guy who was already done so much evil. Maya doesn't count because she was like 12 billion years before you. And fucking Aemeath, whatever. The guy made by the I like to make stories up man. That was it. That was it. What sacrifices did you make that was other than that? No one. This would hit better if they actually let sacrifices fucking happen.
それでもこうして関わってこれたこと
I'd do it again. I see. Ah,
嬉しい。
this is where I say that as much as I can like these moments and like this character and well not Rover but like all these things, the things they're referencing don't fit in my mind. It's just like a puzzle that they're referencing that just doesn't fit. Like, you're telling me that this is how things went? No, there was no sacrifices. Everything kind of worked out perfectly.
世界の救済は
If this mission was my past, I'd be lying if I didn't care what they thought of me now. But that's a question for later. Right now, I have more important things.
どう見てるのか気にならないわけじゃない。でも今はもっと大事なことがある。
But in terms of lore, it is an interesting lore. I'll give it that.
記憶をなくしても同じ選択をしたはず。
The fact that I'll choose this path even without memories, that tells me who I am. I can't stand by with remembering suffering.
悲鳴がも
Yeah.
たらす災いを見せる
Yeah, that's one thing that's true.
この世界は
That's why, like, she's basically the same in all the goddamn past parts. You know, this level of emotion about Rover losing her memories should have been with the Red Flower Girl. She will always be Red Flower Girl now. She's Pavlova to me, but yes, that's another example. Like I said back then as well, that certain things need to be set up, but I think, like, the biggest fault of Wuthering Waves is the lack of build-up. In fact, I'm going to put into my script for my video when I talk about Wuthering Waves in more detail. I'm going to put a part, or at least a line, that just specifically calls out their inability to write build-up. It's not like the issues with like sort of ordering things is like there as well, but it's the build-up. They think of an idea and they act on it in the moment, but they don't build it up. Now, you might argue because I haven't been going through side quests and whatnot, I'd argue that throughout all of this main quest, there were plenty of moments where you could have slipped in little things to build up to this. We could be sitting here and I could be talking and raving about how great Rover and Pink is. Instead, I'm raving about how great Pink is while making some mild excuses to see why she might feel the way she does. And Rover, I'm talking about how they could improve her, or why, while this is the best they've done with Rover, it falls short of what it should have been.
本当に寂しくないの？
Oh, look, she's crying. Rover won't feel alone because she's
エイメスやみんながいる。
just generally happy all the time.
一人じゃないから。
Yeah, I'd expect that from the Rover because the Rover just can't ever be sad.
みんなと一緒にいたい。
She's like a psychopath who gets just flashes of emotions, but instead of being like psychopath lack evil, she's just got a like full on like emotionless. No, she's like in a permanent default state of happy, want to save person, good thing, go. Shared future, leaving the past behind. Oh my god, grabbing hands. At least Rover's good. I mean, there we go. I'll shit on everything about Wuthering Waves. I'll shit on Wuthering Waves a lot. Consistently. And I will continue to. I'll probably make a lot of very, very, very mean comparisons in the video. I will say a lot of harsh things regarding the Rover, regarding the lore, regarding the writers. I'll probably say things that sound like I'd want them to, I don't know, all get fired. But occasionally they do hit some runs. At least with those scenes and those moments. And I'll give them this as much as I hate and talk about the build-up for the Rover being awful. Aemeath Pink's build-up to her breakdown, as I said, I always like those kinds of characters, was really good. And I actually really liked that. And I'm not going to lie about that, even though I know that makes me sound like a hypocrite and stupid because I've been complaining this whole time. But it is what it is, and I don't want to lie. I liked it.
それだけの価値があるの？
Because it's got like a voice, and like it's Amethyst's feelings. I'll decide the worth of the mission, not them. The meaning of the path ahead is mine to decide. I think that's the better one.
行き先を決めた以上、
I know
過
where
去
I'm
の
going
足
now.
跡にとらわれたりはしない。
And that's what matters, not where I started. Where is she headed though? Like, that's nothing. I don't know what the Rover's actual ultimate goal is aside from save people that are right in front of her face. Does she want to destroy the Theoden and she's realized that that was her mission? Again, lost chance there. Although I know they're kind of just trying to settle it down. I would have had that version of herself be a lot more of an emotional thing. Like, I would have, the idea of it building up towards that, even if it was a somewhat imagination built up from the memories of Aemeath and stuff like that, and like the knowledge of those letters and stuff that she, or the message she sent from the path, and they literally just like shut the fucking thing down and said, stop sending us messages, you're filling up the inbox. But I would have probably had it be the Siglian monster got more and more cognizant, but not in that robotic way and like talking way, but in a more aggressive, emotional way. And in this final part, it would have spoken with Aemeath's voice and stuff and that robot thing, but the final voice would have been in her voice, and it would have been like a lot more of a emotional, like aggressive move towards her until an acceptance type thing that just happened there. Like, there's little things like that that I can't help but think of. Yeah, why is, like, no matter what? Like, it doesn't make sense that that it would do that immediately. I feel like it would have been more akin to a, like, maybe even a desperate struggle where it's like on the edge. And it's like, and it's all like, I won't take this. I must return home. I must go see them. I must see them. I must go to my home, my people, like something like that. Like, and then like Rover is like sadly, like, you know, reaches in and like pulls out its fucking core and absorbs the frequencies back and says like, that was part of who I was. And I respect that, but it's not who I am now. Something like that, you know? But then again, the Wuthering Waves is a little bit different from me in how I treat the memories. They just treat the memories as a almost temporary loss in terms of the story, whereas I treat them more as a full-on narrative thing that's within everything. You know what I mean? Your power restored by signature. All right, let's see. Can she get? Well, she hugged me before, but then again, that could be just limited.
ドライブが戻ったから周波数の再構築が完了したわ。今の私は完全なエクソストライダーの共鳴者になったの。
Okay, she's resonating with the
引
robot.
き裂かれた肉体が元に戻ることはない。だから
I'll always be a ghost in the machine, but my existence now is strong enough to be.
ゴーストであり続ける。でも私の存在は今
Yeah, fair
観
enough.
測できるくらい強くなってる
Strong
わ。
enough to be detected. Fair enough.
まるで微弱な電流がきらめく火花になったみたいに。
You can be all cute and like do a wink in front of me, but we all saw you crying ugly before.
つまり私以外の人間にも姿が見えるようになったってこと。
こうして私たちのロードムービーは円満にクランクアップよ。さあ、一緒に帰りましょう。
Okay, so the end of 3.1, I'm assuming, aside from maybe like a little dance or like a little moment at the end. We might continue that and see that after part though later, because I feel like there's a lot that I've talked about and a lot that I've seen here that I want to like kind of consider. And also we're at the end of stream time, in terms of how I'd like to approach mentioning some of the negatives and mentioning some of the things that I liked. I don't think I can go too deep because, like, remember, this video is not going to be too long. I think a lot of this would come into my VOD thing that is going to come out later. But yeah, I think we'll leave it here for now. Then we'll go watch fucking probably her do a big singing song, like a big concert or something like that for a fluff nutters or whatever the fuck they were called. But no, we are at the end of another stream, and yeah, we'll be seeing you all tomorrow because we'll continue this up. But yes, Wuthering Waves, like, okay. Of the quests that dealt with the main story and dealt with like the overall lore, that was probably the best one. I can see why big time fans of Wuthering Waves, and even people like me who might have stumbled across it, would say that this is the part where Wuthering Waves has improved dramatically. I would agree with you pretty much wholeheartedly for people who say that at least. Still, it's infinite. I know it's got a little bit to go, but it's just going to be the stuff where it's all like, wow, look how cute she is, and she's like on a dancing stage and stuff. Maybe I'll revise my point tomorrow once we go through tomorrow, if there's more to it that is like really matters. But at the moment, I would say it's the best one. The Chaser quest, I still feel didn't have as many downsides to me, but that's because the Chaser quest, the only downside in Chaser quest was just the fucking annoying Namipon. And Chaser's quest was like a tighter, self-contained thing that didn't involve the greater lore. And I think that really appealed to me because a lot of that lore has a lot of baggage to me that I don't like. Oh my god, how bullying! But I do think that 3.1's Aemeath story is probably the best they've done that definitely involves the greater lore. But I'll get to the end of it tomorrow to make a decision about whether I think Chisa or Chisa's quest and versus this quest is a better one. I know a lot of people will be like, what the fuck, what did you mean Chisa's better? It's just a matter of like what it involves. Because this did have the higher highs compared to Chisa's quest, I think. But it also did have elements of that low element of like Rover. I was in the story, I was involved, I was here, I loved it, I'm involved, but I was pulled out a few times by the narrative around it dealing with the Rover specifically. And I think that was an unavoidable reality when trying to deal with the Rover. All I can say is at least they're trying with the Rover, even if I'm complaining about elements that they did in the past. It's not so much. It's not like they can go back and change all of Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Really? It's like they can't do that. Good Night, it improved, but it really feels the earlier story is leaving a rotten taste. Yes, that is the big problem. It's a very interesting situation for me as a player to find a good element in the narrative while it's simultaneously tainted by previous failure. But I enjoyed myself, and I'll go through parts of the quest later, and I guess we'll find out whether I feel like Chisa or I feel like Aemeath is my superior waifu. I will be making some incest jokes, though. So, thank you for hanging out, thank you for chilling, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good evening, have a good day. Good night.